to get genuine gemstones, and that's exactly what you deserve.
Join guest designer and polymer clay expert Debbie Bulford for our Extruder DVD. Debbie will guide you through a variety of techniques, including how to create geometric patterns, the soutache and lace look, and much more. To get your hands on a copy, simply contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
You can now watch clips from JewelleryMaker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
Are you looking to create bespoke bridal jewellery? Then come and join guest designer Sheila on our bridal workshop. Sheila will guide you through how to design stunning accessories, including techniques using headbands, hair combs and tiaras. The full course includes a selection of hair combs and headbands, a selection of findings and wire, a generous scoop of mixed gemstones, use of all relevant tools, a buffet-style lunch and refreshments, a tour of the studios and a trip to our gemstone museum. All of this for just $69.95. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 6444 655.
Good afternoon to you. Thank you to the lovely Ed. We'll see him later on for a bit of madness and clearance. And don't forget the website sale ends tonight at midnight. My name is Fee. It's lovely to be here with you again today. I'm here with a gorgeous guest. Her name is Janet from Kidderminster. Hello, my darling.
Hey.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
She's good. She's raring to go. She's made. In fact, can I steal that angle? Would you mind?
Yeah,
she made the most beautiful jewellery out of the first kit that we gave. Thank you, my darling. Look at this. And I said, oh, I must wear that for the first half an hour. There's a ring to match, there are earrings, and I know Janet had loads of gemstones left over. Just look at the wire work as well. We are going to have a fabulous vintage show with Janet, and look at all the wire work she's going to be able to show us as well. We've got wire bundles. I've got diamonds! I know, last 23 though. Is that right, 23? Did I remember correctly? Green, blue diamonds. Have a little look. Feast your eyes. They're coming up later. I'm sure there's something like only 23 strands. I've also got the Impossibility from the Mahenge Mines of Africa Spinel. Just look at these two. These are two of your most singly refractive, pure, no masking of the greys, absolutely divine, rare gemstones in today's vintage show. Do not miss those Spinels because the prices recently have risen by, what was it again? I was just refreshing my memory. Literally risen far quicker than any other gemstone at the moment. Yes, and it is a rising star of this century because of the rarity and the lack of Spinel availability. And you have diamonds coming up. So we have lots of fun to be had, and it is vintage inspired because this is what we're seeing so much in the shops now, of course. So our jewelleries and our gemstone strands are looking towards that sort of style and era and throwback to a time of floral and chain and beautiful motifs. So let's get started with a cracking opening offer to today's show. Which would you like me to start with, beautiful? Because I've got all my boxes. Our British Tea Party and the... Okay. This is our first half an hour is devoted to the good old vintage cup of tea, the British Tea Party. So we are thinking about all of those beautiful sort of floral inspired colours and styles, and the china cups. We've got the pearls there, the green, the peach pearls. We've got the turquoise there, the bright fuchsia pink. Do you remember I said yesterday we were going to bring you the blue topaz? I love this. I love this, and I can thank Ben for that wonderful slide. Thank you, darling. Now, citrine sunshiny, perfect antidote. I mean, did you all get up this morning and think to yourself, oh my word, the frost? It was still there at 10, 11 o'clock, wasn't it? freezing, cats and dogs. Don't even go out. Don't step out of your pyjamas if you're still in them at 1 o'clock this afternoon. That isn't a criticism. Stay there, snuggy in your onesie, and just make sure you add to your basket that you've already opened with Ed this morning. 150 carats. Now, these are big nuggets. We're thinking pure, rich, vibrant golds, honey, butterscotches. You can actually see the fluidity within the gemstone of that transition between the ice white to that rich, rich gold, almost like a rich whiskey. Can you see that there? Look at the way the light shines through. Everyone is so individual, and can you see the different faceting there? Almost mirroring. They've deliberately gone angular on this particular gem because of the sort of triangular prism-like angularity, and then you'll find one, right, okay, well, we need to sort of follow the contours of the gem itself there, a bit more irregular, but almost following the shape, and they'll have done that on every gemstone, a bit more square there, can you see? So they'll literally emulate in the faceting the actual gem original rough shape, and that's because it's all done by hand. That's because we can give you that attention to detail. 150 carats. Let's bring you a fantastic tea party. We need to get the scones out, we need to get the cream. Clotted cream or a bit of fresh whipped, which would you prefer?
Oh, clotted cream.
Clotted.
Strawberry
Do you put the
jam.
jam on first?
Oh.
Is it Cornish or is it Devonshire? Which way do you do your jam?
I don't care which way it goes.
Yep.
I don't care.
Well, one's Cornish, one's Devonshire. If you put your jam on first, then the
Jam
clotted
first,
cream.
I'd say.
I can't remember which though now that I've said that. I just remember someone distinguishing the difference to me. Cream first and then
first
jam.
for me, I think.
Jam first,
Yeah.
right. So you'll be able to tell me. I know the viewers will be able to text in and tell me which way round. One's the Devonshire, one's the Cornish. And it's which way you put your jam or your cream on first. I can't remember now. Right, let's bring you a cracking offer. Beautiful richness, gorgeous glow. Can you believe 150 carats for a mere $11.95? The quality of that gemstone strand, and they are big gemstones, graduated 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 on average. 150 carats, 15. They're averaging 10 carats each. Wouldn't one of those be beautiful wire wrapped? I mean, I'm just thinking with, oh hello, let me just throw my wire in, throw my dolly out the pram there, with the gold wire. Do you have a favourite gemstone, Janet?
Amethyst, but citrine is close behind for me.
Is it? Well,
Yeah.
it's the quartzes,
Yeah.
isn't it? You must
Gorgeous,
love the quartzes.
love it.
Isn't that beautiful?
Gorgeous. And the one on there, the sort of the triangular shape, that'd
Yes.
be great wire wrapped, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't
With
it?
the gold wire would be perfect.
Wouldn't that be? You can actually see the gold reflecting through it. It's that beautiful and pure. I mean, yes, there are little inclusions in there, but there's so much light transmitting through it, isn't there? That's the beauty of the strand, isn't it? All those different shapes.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. With the great minds think alike, we're thinking the gold wire there. I've got a great bundle for you coming up on these wires as well. I mean, I'm just thinking of a centerpiece in something like, you know, in which Janet's made as well. The gold wire creating almost like a bangle and then having that triangular piece in the center there. Be beautiful, wouldn't it? Be so dynamic.
Or a statement ring.
Statement
Nice
ring,
yeah.
gorgeous, wouldn't it? Whichever way you like to wear it, inverted down the finger up. See, this is the beauty of the strand. You pick, literally hand pick the gem. Or the two, maybe there's some. I'm sure you'd find two that would be lovely in the earrings as well. $11.95. It's the start of the British Tea Party. Alrighty. Okay, darling. Now, I saw yesterday we had these in the green aventurine. I love the shape because they could overlap. And the petal, I mean, again, just thinking of what Janet just said, a ring, a wire wrapped ring. You know, the silver there, just one of those petals. And isn't that, it's just the way that falls around the wrist. Makes me think of daisies and flowers straight away. You know, there's a lot of the floral inspired designs as well, thinking of our 60s vintage feel. Very, very dynamic. I mean, I've got my spots and my dots on today, but just look how much that stands out. Very vintage feel, isn't it? Because you could really make a statement. You've made a beautiful brooch, haven't you? You're going to show us how to make a brooch later, Janet, aren't you? I'm just thinking of like a flower brooch. With
You could use those actually in the technique that we're going to use.
Oh, fantastic. I'm just thinking of a lovely big flower on the lapel of your coat, or, you know, on the hair as well. You know, those, oh, we're making the hair.
It looks good just like that though, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
But if you put a bead in between, say you put an amethyst bead in between, you would still get that sort of lap over effect, but they would be spaced out.
It would just make it more distinctive, wouldn't it? Make the shapes more. That's a beautiful idea. In fact, I've got some very pretty reds here as well. Just going along with the coral here, those little round.
Yes.
Beautiful, wouldn't it? This is coming up in a moment as well. 560 carats of the white quartzite. That's a real pop, isn't it? Like the flags themselves. Big carat weight. Now the thing with quartzite, of course, is you can get that big carat weight, you can get that nice, sizable, durable gemstone size, but quartzite, so affordable. Derivative of the quartz family. Quartzite sometimes you get it be called, it's not really a jade, but you know, sometimes it would in the industry be called a sort of a quartzite jade. But you can see why, because the milky like opaqueness of the gemstone, but that is gorgeous. ROGP14, and I'll bring you those lovely that lovely coral strand, because I think that is perfect. The red, white and the blue there. But for my quartzite strand, all of those large gemstones, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22 individual rings, 20, you know, the bracelet. I mean, I'm just thinking of the size of them. $6.95. My goodness, we're off to a flying start. The red, the white and the blue I can bring to you this morning. How far? Well, this afternoon, isn't it? It's not morning anymore, Fee. Isn't that fantastic? $6.95, and I've already forgotten. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. On average, 21 gemstones for $6.95. So, you know, 7, 14, 21, 30p. Is that working out at 30p a gemstone? 21. No, that's not 30p, is it? It's 21. So 7, 14, 21. I was thinking £7, 33p. I wasn't far off, was I? 30p. Oh my God, I've got such great offers on gold-plated silver wire later. I know Ed this morning had the rose gold. We can bring you the gold-plated silver wire, the meter later on as well as that limited edition diamonds and the most amazing, and I really mean this, I really want you to not miss out on my spinel, because of course, as you know, our fantastic Marks in the spinel mine has told us that it's no longer available. What's that, my darling? Let's do that coral. Let me show you that red, white and blue again. I'm just very wary of the collectors out there, and I know you love your high-end gems, and we rarely see those spinels and those diamonds. So, but these are beautiful. Look at that pop of colour. Gorgeous. So we have to get all three. Don't forget, you've got the 30-day money-back guarantee. And please, I haven't sort of given a theme today, really, in terms of the text, but I'd just love to hear from you. Myself and Janet would love to hear you. I know, Janet, you love the wire work, don't you, my darling?
I do.
That's
real passion.
That's your passion.
Yeah.
That's your passion.
You know, I'll have a go at anything, really.
She'll have a, there you, I like a girl like that. She'll have a go at anything. We can draw on Janet's talents as well. And as we're doing the demonstrations, you know, text us in if there's any questions that you've got. We'd love to hear from you this morning. MVGP85. Now this is red coral. We do ethically source the coral. We call them like the disco coins because they slightly, again, like that quartzite, they slightly overlap, and across in diameter they're 8 millimeters. It is the dye to give it that beautiful bright red. And you've got such, you can almost kind of see the contours there on there. They're real bright peeler box red. You can imagine beautiful red nail varnish. It's very what's that singer's name? Cara Emerald, isn't it? And is it Cara Emerald? Oh, what's her name? She's in the charts at the moment. She kind of sings the stuff that makes you, it feels like 60s. Cora Emerald. I think that's her name anyway. And also, who's the other lovely one? Oh, maybe Ryan's gone. She's, oh, I can see her. I can see her. She always has big hair, like bright yellow. Not Lana Del Rey, no. She'll have very flamboyant lipstick, eye makeup. She's been around for ages. Where, you know, not Cyndi Lauper, but that kind of look, but obviously much younger. Hey, not Kate Bush. I'm talking about now.
Paloma
20 years ago.
Paloma Faith.
Paloma Faith. Well done, Janet. Cara Emerald and Paloma Faith. Thank you. That's exactly. It is Cara Emerald. That's exactly that feel. That sort of 60s music. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you in Greater Manchester, and thank you to Janet there. Yeah, Paloma Faith. It's those bright colours. It's those bold, vintage sort of 60s, gorgeous look. Let's do it. MVGP 85. Can you believe that bright pop of injection of colour that is so powerful? You know, the small can be powerful for a mere $5.95. I'd be very tempted to get a couple of those. What would you do with the beautiful bright coral there? We don't see it very often, do we, darling?
Do they overlap slightly?
They do ever so slightly,
so
yeah.
With that other strands you just had, if you put those in between,
the quartzite,
they would sit really lovely together,
wouldn't they? They'd have that natural little...
Yeah.
We've got who watching? Patty Menorca's watching. I thought you were telling me her name was Patty Menorca. I thought that's a brilliant name, isn't it? Patty Menorca. Sounds like Paloma Faith and Cara Emerald. I'd love to come over and see you, Patty, in Menorca. Do you fancy that, Janet? We'll go over there and, you know, do the show from... We'd slum it for a while, wouldn't we? We don't mind taking one for the team. Oh, Patty, I wish I was in Menorca with you. It's freezing here today. We'll warm you up. $5.95. This is what Janet was just suggesting because the overlapping there, gorgeous with those white quartzites. Really, really lifts your spirits, doesn't it? Because they're so bright and beautiful. Oh, lovely. Gorgeous. And we don't see the coral very often. It's very hard to get those really very vivid, pure, bright reds. Lots of you double buying. Well done to you, because you know if you see it and it's as unusual as that, get it and it's gone. Now I've only got 20 of these. Like the diamonds, I've only got 23 of those. If you love these, get it on the phone now. I'm going to put with them the peridot, simply because that blue and that bright green, the best of these two worlds, together you might not have normally thought, oh actually that red with that green would be beautiful as well. Just look at those. I know. They are like raindrops, aren't they? They are so pure. I mean, I'm going a bit diverse, maybe not with the blue, but that just to bear in mind that lovely coral that you've got with that peridot I'm doing later. Oh, that rocks! Anyway, I digress. We're on the blue topaz there. And this is 125 carats. What's your birthstone, my darling? What month are you?
I'm June. I'm a pearl.
You're a pearl lady. I've got lots of lovely pearls for you.
I love pearls. Peach
and the silver and the green today. You're also moonstone. You're also alexandrite. I've got any alexandrite. It's just too rare. Came close to it yesterday with a crystal beryl. But this is mine, the blue topaz and aquamarine. Look at those drops, and they are graduate. Some of them are absolutely, I mean, just look at this one with me. Absolutely flawless. I'm not even going for that. Those two side by side, that clarity, that flawless clarity, so rare. And I'm not going to hide. Some are a little bit, but is that detracting? No, it looks like some fantastic faceting, doesn't it? But they are actually just smooth raindrops. And it does continue. Look, there you go. Never pure sandwich there. Only the tiniest little inflection there of a little feather. But look at that. Just, down to 16. Look at those. They are stunning. 125 carats. I'm not surprised I'm so limited with the quantity left. And for this kind of carat weight, this kind of quality, we're prepared to take it under, well, I'm not, but my producer is, under £20. 125 carats. He says he's going to do it. What? Sorry, I didn't mean to shout, sorry. If you could hear what I could hear, Janet, you would just give me a what? Okay, let's get the camera on Janet's face, and when the price comes up, I'll tell her. She'll see the price.
Okay.
Are you ready, Janet? Are we on Janet's face, everybody? $9.95.
That's really surprising.
I know. $9.95.
I did refrain from shouting.
You're a very cool customer.
I try to be.
You're not hysterical like me, are you? That is amazing. I'm just going to do a quick count up. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, close to 35 sky blue topazes, some of which are absolutely flawless for $9.95. I'm down to 14. So please be quick. You've got that 30-day money-back guarantee anyway, and it's different when you hold them in your hand and look at them, isn't it?
And you can't see the blue on the screen.
They almost look ice water, don't they? But you're in the studio with me here.
You can see the blue, the colour on them, but you can't see it on the
beautiful
screen.
Light blue.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if you haven't checked out your basket, there's 4 of you there that have got it in your basket. You've just bid for it. A phone bidder can come on the phone right now and take that from you. Another web bidder who's prepared to proceed straight to checkout. I just highlight that because it is physically not yours just by sitting in your basket. So don't let it slip through your fingers, especially when you've got such quality for $9.95. And I'm down to 10 now. So 4 of you could be losing that. You do roll over, just to highlight, you do roll over that 1 postage and packaging price. Once you've paid for it, it still continues the 1p&p for the day. So rest assured that all syncs up if it all just adjusts itself at the end of your shopping purchase for the day with us. All right, Janet, if you love the pearls, my darling, I want to show you this with pearls. I just think this is gorgeous. Pinks. My pinky opals, how often do we see these? Wow. I know, and what a lovely cut.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? Perfect earrings.
Oh, aren't they just? Because there's those two, I think, very similar in sort of shape and sort of sizing.
That much, you know?
No, I think you're right, because our ears aren't next to each other, are they?
No, I think you're just showing off two beautiful gemstones.
Exactly. And then there's a pendant in there, ready to complete the set.
One in the middle is just screaming out to be a pendant, isn't it?
Definitely. Even maybe a beautiful wire wrap ring. You know, with the I've got this lovely copper rose gold wire as well. You know, with that hint of the pink. Beautiful. Because you can just wire wrap the top there, do a nice little sort of cone wrap, and that's you know, if you're starting out, there's your pendant,
isn't it?
Isn't
your pendant. Just do like you say, just wire wrap the top, put it onto a chain or a cord or something.
Keep it simple.
Easy pendant.
Make your own little bail there.
Yeah.
100 carats. Now this is my last in stock of this gorgeous gemstone strand. I mean, you look how dynamic that is. Your pink opal, Peruvian pink opal. It's gorgeous. We just sort of rarely see, and we also get our pink opal from Africa. Just gorgeous. Stunning, the KwaZulu district there in Africa, just amazing. So I'm down to, what was it, 22, 23 there, 19 actually. They're also different. I mean, this one I love, the patterning in there. I just think it's gorgeous, like a paisley print. Some are just it's like a very opaque nail varnish there, the baby pink. What? Again, you know, again, the lovely vintage feel, that teardrop, that elongated teardrop. But you know, that you could imagine, if you layer the pearls with your chain, you could make a lovely motif of that lovely pink opal within it, because that's often what those necklaces have at the moment with the vintage, isn't it? A very strong motif in there, just in the asymmetric style. Lovely. But I'm so limited. It's like the diamond strand I'm going to bring you later. I've only got 23 of those. 100 carats of pink opal. Okay. $11.95 genuine opal, 100 carats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're looking at over 10 carats each per opal. Isn't that incredible? How long have you been a jewellery maker, Janet?
I've been making for about 10 years.
Have you? And have you been with us since the start, darling? Because I know we didn't get much
I've been a customer of JM from sort of the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Yeah. And I just wish it had been around sort of 10 years ago.
Oh, I know.
When I started, my journey would have been so much easier.
In the last few years that you've been with us since the start, we do not see opal like this very often. No. We really don't. And so Janet knows because she's been watching from the start. And I know because I've been, well...
And the price wouldn't have been that.
There wouldn't have been that, no. They wouldn't have been that. You see, listen to Janet. The price wouldn't have been that low. We remember. What do you want next, darling? Oh, yes. I would, but I don't know where they've gone. Oh, they're here. Let me do those beautiful blue coloured coated. It's the chalcedonies, are they, darling? Gorgeous. These are big navy blue gems, aren't they? But they've got this sort of mystic coating, so they shine. This is what I put with the white quartzite and the red coral that Janet and I love. 220 carats. They've got such a bold impact. They go beautifully with your dress today.
Yeah.
The navy and the white you've got on. And
Make
the white
a great bracelet, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I mean, I'm wearing your bracelet at the moment, but look at that.
Wouldn't it?
You could just put a little pearl in between each one. That would go with me dottiness, wouldn't it?
Beautiful.
Go with your dress and my dress. Oh, we'll have to make that now, Janet.
We'll
one each. Yeah. Well, given the price, I don't think we'll need to share. We can make our own. Just tremendous. That would make just a gorgeous, and that shine off the chalcedony. 220 carats. We don't often get those really deep blues. Actually, if you got the soda light yesterday with me for that ridiculous price, the price avalanche. Yeah, $2.95 I think it was. Then get this coated chalcedony. HKGK16 should be paid $10.95. Not today. Not today in our vintage tea party. We want everybody to toast in the new year with us here on JewelleryMaker. They are fantastic. Again, great shapes, $8.95, and there is 10 on average on the gemstone strands, so 89 pence each. That is gorgeous. And they are big, sizable. Look at the royal blue in there. Isn't that tremendous? The blue with the gold-plated silver wire. Yum, 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 yum. I'll make a lovely ring out of that, I think. Oh, yes, please. Shall we do that gold-plated silver wire? Let's do it. Let's do it. You're just adding to your order. It's one postage and packaging price for the day. And, you know, anything that arrives and you're not satisfied with, you've got that 30-day money-back guarantee. So what you don't want to do is miss out. Now, a meter, this is deluxe, isn't it, Janet? Gold-plated silver wire. And there's a lot of metal memory there, isn't there, as well? There's a lot more. So have you worked with this at all yourself, being a wire expert?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect for rings.
Rings,
perfect
yes.
For rings, because I get quite a lot of commissions, ring commissions. So
do you?
I use the gold-plated silver and the sterling silver.
And why is that? Would you particularly go for that?
I think it depends what gemstones I'm using. But when people commission, it's usually for a gift.
Yes, so they
want it, yeah.
What gemstones would you put?
Well, I've got a couple of commissions on at the moment, so with that, lapis would look gorgeous with that, wouldn't it?
Fantastic, yeah.
Again, amethyst.
Amethyst.
Would look beautiful with the gold.
We have some amethyst in that second kit with you later on, don't we?
We do.
And in fact, I'm thinking of what you made in that kit. This would be beautiful with it. Gold plate. Now, this is very limited edition. Sterling silver gold plated wire. Don't miss out. It's 0.8, yes, it says that on the screen there. And I mean, how many rings would you say on average you can make out of that? Because I don't know how many you'd put round a shank.
What is it, a metre?
It's a metre, isn't it? So would you wire wrap, I don't know, it depends on the ring size.
It depends, but I usually go round, with the 0.8, I would go round a couple of times.
Twice,
on
maybe,
the shank, and then whatever sort of detail you're doing on the top.
Okay.
So you get at least a couple of rings from that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe 3 if you know,
if you're more frugal and not doing too much wrapping around the top of the gem.
Yeah.
Because you could always use something else for that to fix it in place.
That's right.
So 2, maybe 3 even. The deluxe silver gold plated wire, the 0.8, which is actually quite thick, very high end. And for your high end commissions, as Janet said, you know, with your high end gemstones, maybe as beautiful as those diamonds. They've got such a wonderful adamantine luster, or dare I say it, those amazing, and they are amaze balls. Those spinels, no masking, just so pure in colour. They are divine, and that mine is closed down, the Mahenge mine in Africa, so that is rare, 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 rare. Or the nearly said emerald, the peridot. Oof. Because you could just through it. In fact, without wrapping, they could actually go through. You know how you have some going through and around just on the curve of your finger?
You could just have a sort of a few of them across the top as a band, and then all you'd need to do then is go round once maybe, and then tie it off.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't need an awful lot of that.
You wouldn't be wired there. You'd thread them through.
Yep.
Let's get that price on. Let's do that. Let's make that. Oh my word! For a metre of silver wire that is gold plated, as little as £11.95, £1.19. There you go. Per 10 cent. Is it 10 centimeters? Yeah, 10 tens or 100. Yeah, a metre. That is amazing. BKP070. Please don't miss out. That is so deluxe. I want to keep that with me. Go on, my darling. Number 2, Barley Mugru. Oh my word! Look at these. The leaves. Look at those golds, butterscotch, lemonade. Aren't they divine? Little peachy pinky there as well. Beautiful colours there. Yeah, my yellow quartzite top drilled marquise. They're striking, aren't they? Again, I'm thinking of the gold wire.
I'd make a flower out of those.
Oh, would you? What would you put in the middle, darling? What would you put in the middle?
I don't know. I'd probably do some detail with the gold wire. Make some shapes, something to go in the middle. Put it on a gold wire necklace maybe.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'm liking that idea.
Yeah.
I'm liking that because I love all the different petals that are the same size but different colours, different tones. So, 2 earrings again we can make with that flower pendant, or you know, that necklace that Janet suggested. I've got the gold wire coming up. What's that, my love? Meth, yes, of course. We also get the lovely guys. We know you make the jewellery as well. Dynamic cufflinks even, yeah. Because that's a real mustard ochre colour. Love that colour as well. It's a lovely ochre, isn't it? Delicious. There's a couple there that, you know, really match for a pair of cufflinks. And there are more than just that. Can you see the way they're beveled? Can you see that there? Yeah? So the faceting on them is really exceptional as well. So it's not just that marquise shape. Can you see that beveled edge there almost in the middle? You normally get that at the sides, but they've actually created that, yeah, that boat-like.
You could wire wrap them then to look like leaves.
Wire wrap them to look like leaves, yeah. The veins coming down, yeah, that'd be fantastic. Oh, I'm loving your ideas, Janet. Let's do it, darling, let's do it. Oh my word, let's get 2. Oh, let's throw caution to the wind and buy 3. £4.95. And did I say how many did I say was on the strand? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 on average? £4.95. It's not even 40 pence each leaf. 50 pence each leaf. £4.95. CTGP 85. Fantastic purchase. Lots of you there. Just stay on the line. Remember, on the website, proceed straight to checkout. Don't miss out. We will be joining. I've got less than 30 now. I'm going to join Janet straight after this. So stay on the lines because we'll be coming with our first showcase from Janet. So don't go anywhere.
Join guest designer Louise Jacobson for our Wirework Rings DVD. This DVD contains a step-by-step guide on how to use a ring mandrel, create single and double stone rings, cluster rings and much more. Get the inspiration and help you need to create your very own handmade jewellery. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
Tune into JewelleryMaker every day at 5 p.m. for our Miss It, Miss Out show, where we'll have 4 hours of jam-packed deals, including clearance offers, end of line, last in stock and low, low prices. The Miss It, Miss Out show, only on JewelleryMaker.
You can now keep in touch by liking JewelleryMaker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
Did you know that every individual gemstone in our Gems of Distinction collection goes through a 7-stage intricate process to get from the rough to a beautiful bead?
When placing your order by phone or on our website, why not add a small donation to a charitable cause? Collectively, the Genuine Gemstone Company are cycling 24 hours a day for 31 days, equaling the distance from our studios in Redditch, England to Arusha in Tanzania, all on an exercise bike situated in our Gemstone Museum. For every £20,000 we raise, the Colourful Life Foundation will be able to build a school in the Arusha district. So this is your chance to give back to a community that provides us with so many beautiful gemstones and hopefully help us break a Guinness World Record in the process. 100% of every donation goes to the cause, so call us or visit our website to add a donation to your order today.
We were just looking at the spinel, weren't we? And you said, lovely, what did you say? In a
cluster ring.
In a cluster ring. They're stunning, aren't they? Look what I've brought to show you, Janet. These amazing pearls coming up in a moment. Because I know you mentioned pearls to me, they're your birthstone.
They are.
How pretty are those?
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
They are.
Really so pretty.
And I had some great pearls yesterday that absolutely flew out. There was some silver and some whites, and I just thought, oh, for that vintage look. And we don't know when we're getting the pearls back in again. What we've got at the moment is the last in stock, so it's really one to act upon. Right, what I'd like to do, Janet's got all her designs ready, but I just want to introduce the actual kit itself. So forgive me, I'm just going to move this over slightly because obviously everybody needs to know what they're getting. We will have a look at your designs momentarily. And here it is. This is, I think, this is inspired because I know you haven't used all the strands in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Pink you had a lot of gems left over, I should say.
Lots left over, yeah.
Lots left over. So let's just show everybody what we gave you, Janet. Okay, so we've got 2 of the copper wires because, of course, this is Janet's speciality. We gave Janet 10 metres of the 0.6 and 10 metres of the 1mm gauge. So there was the smaller gauge, the thinner gauge for the wrapping and for the sturdy structure work there as well. Now, we also gave Janet 210 carats of the flat jasper coins. Here they are. And in this example, she's, for instance, just wire wrapped one of them in a beautiful ring. So that's just using one of those amazing gemstones, picking one of your favourite colours, sort of a lilac silvery blue, that one. Isn't that pretty? So 210 carats. Janet also had 90 carats of the picture jasper. And if I'm right, these are the 6mm rounds. These are the sort of goldy, sandy, bronzy. They'd look lovely with those quartzite petals, with those ochre petals we just saw, didn't we? Yeah. Beautiful. And you've mixed that in with a bit of the, hello, Botswana! Yes, she has in one of the designs on the side here. So beautiful. Absolutely good. You've created your own chain as well out of the gold plate, sorry, the rose gold coloured, copper wire, yeah. Isn't that beautiful? In fact, in this necklace, you've used all 3, haven't you?
I have.
Yeah.
The only thing I've added to the whole thing is just this tiny little bit of chain.
Oh, okay.
But apart from that, everything
is within the kit itself. And now the bracelet I was wearing, predominantly, you picked out all those lovely turquoise blues. This is such a gorgeous strand. I mean, gosh, some of the banding on there, some of the markings on there are stunning. This is my multicoloured agate. And you really can see, I mean, they're almost like turquoise-like, aren't they, next to that copper coloured wire. Just beautiful. You look at some of them and the banding is just, look at that, it's just so gorgeous.
As well, which gives them that sparkle.
Yes, it does. It plays with the light on the surface even more, doesn't it? Just gorgeous. So Janet's picked more of the bluish ones there, and you've picked out one of the lovely flat coin jaspers there as well to sit in the middle. Beautiful. And then there was another strand, which you know is a favourite, and I was devoid of it yesterday. My favourite, all-time favourite of the agates, the royals, forgive all this clanking around, is the Botswana. Yes, indeed. Oh, I'm going to show you those earrings as well. That last, look at those. This was that last strand that Janet made as well. Aren't they beautiful to go with that bracelet? Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous, very vintage inspired. But anyway, back to the Botswana, which you know is my ultimate obsession. How beautiful is this strand?
They've got such a lovely softness to them.
Haven't they?
The greys are just absolutely beautiful.
They just glow, don't they? I mean, just look at that. That is just beautiful. And you get so much variety, don't you? Just, I think you're going to pick out the ochre, the sort of silvery gold, the brown, the black and the white, the peachy reds, the blue, the moonbeams, they're divine. So that is 150 carats of the Botswana. I don't want to deafen Janet, she's right next to me. And they are my 8mm rounds as well. So loads of gems left over. Incredible pieces of jewellery. We've looked at a few, but let's just show you some others. There's the necklace. This is stunning. Now, I mentioned this because we are going to look at the bangle, but of course the centrepiece is very similar, isn't it?
Well, once we've done the centrepiece of the bangle, you can then either go with the bangle or you can turn it into the pendant for the necklace. Beautiful. So it's the same technique.
And the ring I showed you, you've matched up with a lovely bit of the earrings with the flat coins of the actual, it was the jasper, wasn't it? Yeah. So pretty pair of earrings there. And actually the bracelet, yes, of course, the bracelet. This is stunning. My producer particularly, this caught his eye. That is lovely. Really clever. Funnily enough, I can see, what did you thread through? How did the
1 mil.
Did it go through those?
1 mil went through all of them.
Oh my goodness, that's
went
brilliant.
Through everything.
So it's all, is it all one?
It's I've made the sort of the loose clasp.
Ah, yes, that's.
But the rest of it is one continuous piece.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. So for ease of putting on and off, that looseness, that really helps, doesn't it?
Because sometimes people don't like the rigid bangle.
Yes.
But with that, it's a bit more sort of comfortable.
That's amazing that the 1mm goes through. I guess I just jumped to the conclusion it wouldn't, but
no,
anyway, I digress because this was another piece. Let's do the original price and then we'll one more piece here, and this is a lovely finish on the back as well. She'll be looking at £29.70. However, and we're going to show you how to make that fantastic bracelet. Let me show you the finish on it. Janet just added a little bit of chain, but we don't mind. We've always got a bit in our bits and bobs box. How about we do something even better for you today? How do you fancy more savings? £24.70. No? How do we fancy a bit more money off, Janet? What do you reckon, darling? Because your designs are so superb. Under £20, let's have it. Then we'll have that lovely quartzite and that gold-plated silver wire. Or better still, let's get that spinel and those diamonds. Let's make that fantastic ring. £19.70. And Janet has made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces with gems left over for £20.
You could make another bracelet, a necklace, easily.
Loads left over. Was the wire left over as well,
There
honey?
was, yeah.
Brilliant.
So
Loads.
do the bracelet again.
Yeah, brilliant, fantastic. So we could have, you know, what did I just? I've forgotten already. 8 pieces minimum, and it's going like hotcakes, Janet. So we'll move on to your. I've got less than 50. I'll keep everybody updated. Not to interrupt you, but I'll keep everybody updated of the quantity. And you take it away, my darling, because we're dying to know how to make this beautiful bangle.
So if we start with the centre sort of star shape, and to do that, we take 3 pieces of wire. 2 that are sort of about 14-15 inches, which are actually going to form the bracelet section.
Okay.
1 that's a little bit shorter, maybe 5-6 inches. So what we do then is cross them, cross the 2 longer ones first, take a section of the 0.6. I took quite a long section, sort of like an arm's length. But for this, just for demo purposes, I'll take a shorter piece, just to show you how we go. Okay, so cross over the 2 longer pieces. This is where it gets a little bit fiddly to start. So if you cross them over, hold the wire there with your fingers, and what I tend to do is just wrap around once, and then go underneath and wrap again, just so that we've got those 2 pieces together. And then if we take sort of just some pliers and just squish that down a bit, just to give it a little bit more security. Then take the shorter piece and pop that in just crossways. So you've got that star shape.
Like a 6-point star, isn't it? Yeah.
And then what I did is I just start wrapping. So underneath the first one and around, and then as I say, once I've done a few, you'll be able to see it. And the loose one, the one that I've just put on, go over the top of that, and wrap it around.
So you're going around that, and then you're round and under to the next one.
Yeah, and then the next one you'll go underneath. So you go underneath, wrap it around the section.
It reminds me of, dare I say it, like a basket weave. You know, wooden basket weaves.
Yeah, very similar to that. And you can't just wrap around it because you've got an even number.
Yeah.
You don't get the same sort of. It doesn't hold it in place. If we've got an odd number, as you go round, you'd go over once
and under.
Yeah. And then you would sort of capture it. But because
I
it's an even number, it doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
So if you wrap it around, and then we're underneath now, so we go over the top, and then we're on the top.
So you do a complete circumference, don't you? Right.
And then we're on the top. Let me have a think. So we go underneath that one.
And around.
And then on the top.
And then over and around.
And over.
So basically underneath and around, complete. Over and around, complete.
And then once you've gone round once, it's still a bit sort of loose. So again, take pliers, squish it in place, and just pull everything. So now that's sort of held in place.
Right.
And that little section in the middle will be covered by the bead that we've got.
By the gemstone in the middle, right.
So now we can see now how we sort of go around. So now we're underneath, go back, over the top, wrap it around. Underneath, wrap it around, on the top, wrap it around, underneath, and that's literally what you do.
And you're sort of shoving it, I can't think of a better way of saying this, sort of shoving it down towards...
Yeah, and what you can do is sort of...
I can't think of a better way to describe it, sorry darling.
Squish.
Squidge, not shoving, yeah.
So you start to get that sort of effect in the middle. But that's simply what you do to create that centre section, is you follow that around.
It's like a little web, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, so that's effectively what you're sort of creating. It does look like a little spider's web. So you do that all the way around. I'm doing it a bit looser than I probably would do, but you get that technique, that sort of pattern to it. And when you've got to that stage, to make the links on the this necklace here, that's what that was there. I simply cut off at that stage.
How did you finish it off, darling?
So what I did then is just cut about a centimetre above and just made a little twirl on the end.
But the actual wire that
to
you're
finish
wrapping,
it off, I just got to a section,
Yeah.
wrapped it round a couple of times,
Yeah.
snipped it and just tucked it in, just to make sure that it's secure.
What I love about that is, oh yes, I see, because it, oh yeah, so it doesn't matter which way.
So if it flips over, it doesn't really matter.
Sorry, I'm just fascinated that the effect is both the same both ways, so there's no front or back, if that makes sense. Because that's because you've been going over and under, then over.
Yeah.
Yes, I
so
see.
So it doesn't...
and gently persuading it down.
Persuading it to sort of sit snugly.
Yes, as opposed to shoving it down.
I don't know, I shove it down or something.
Oh,
anyway, so we do that and we go around. I've got one sort of already done ready, but that's the idea of it.
Lovely.
And then if we turn it over, you've got this little bit of wire left over from your beginnings.
Yeah.
What I do is pull that to the front, just so that you don't get any sharp pieces at the back. Pull that up to the front and then snip that off.
Because that's covered by the gem, isn't it?
That'll be covered.
Yeah.
And then just make a little sort of squidgy little loop and push that in. And that won't affect anything because the gemstone will still sit on that. So you carry on round until you've got this section is as large as you want it. And then you start adding the gemstones. Like I say, you don't cut this off at that stage. If you're going to add the gemstones, you leave that.
Okay.
So we get to the point now where we think that's big enough, we'll start adding gemstones.
Okay,
right?
but we leave our tail.
But leave the tail because we'll
tail.
need that.
Okay.
I'll just swap over to what I made earlier. So the tail is on, and then we're going to add the gemstones.
Lovely. That's a pretty one there. Swirly
Isn't it
whirly. It's like
gorgeous?
Willy Wonka's candy lollipop.
And
that
that's
one.
the thing, there's so many to choose from. It's just
They're
it's
beautiful.
difficult to know which one to use. Right, so what we do when we're at this stage, we just add on a gemstone. There we go. So add on the gemstone, wrap, what I should have done first is just wrap it around first, just so you've secured that. Bring your gemstone down and sit it snugly against the wire. Bring it around so that it sort of frames the gemstone there. Wrap it around and again tease it down to sit next to the gemstone and then frame it around the other side. And then what I tend to do is look at the next one, and the next one, continue that pattern, the next one goes underneath. Right, so I'll go behind there, wrap it around here, so that's there. And then you can just tease the wire, stretch the wire around the gemstone a little bit so that that's...
And that's our 0.6 and our structure was the 1
That's
mil,
it.
yeah.
So then take that underneath, wrap it around again, and then you're ready to put your next one on.
And they've got it's so lovely in the strand to see such a variety of the colours there and
It's
the
beautiful.
gemstones. It's just part of their beauty, isn't it?
Right, so now you need to get to a section a point where you can wrap it around. So bring it to this side, wrap it around, frame the gemstone again on the other side. And this time we're coming from underneath to go on top. So I'll just wrap that straight around so that we're underneath that section. Pull those back and then we're on top of that one. And that's the last one then. If I can find the hole. Right. So once it's, it's quite an easy technique to follow really. So again, wrap that round, frame it with the other way, and that's the last one. So give that little wrap, just secure the wire and stretch that out a little bit more. So all of your gemstones then are framed on the stars, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Okay, and then what I do is just turn it over, pop the wire through one of the little sections where we're going to sit the other gemstone. So turn it from the back, put the wire through from the back. There we go. Flip it back over. Pick a stone to sit on the front, thread that through. Sort of put that in place where you want it, so we're going to sort of section it there. Okay, and then bring that back through the other side. If I can, that's it. Because you've got little spaces in between.
Yeah,
because it's
so
like
handy,
this, like a
isn't it?
spider's web, like
What
you say.
gave you the
There are.
inspiration to do this design? can I
Well,
ask?
I'd sort of got an idea, but I've been watching stargazing live with Brian Cox,
Yeah, fantastic.
and the stars and things, and the Milky Way, and that's what inspired me with the swirls as well. And I know I put a lot of swirls in my things.
Yeah,
but
I was fascinated. It's beautiful.
And so that's it. So it's bring it underneath and then secure it around the nearest gemstone. That's it. So just wrap that a few times and then snip that off. And then just take the your pliers and just squish it around, just so that you've got no sharp edges. There we go.
There is only 44 of these kits left now, because there's lots of people there with us. Janet, we've got Chris and Zena and Karen and Elise and Norma and Gillian and Ellie, and so there's only 44 of these left. I know there's some buyers still on the phone, so well done to you. But if you have bought and it's in your basket, don't forget to check out. But there is still time. But I will keep you updated on the limited availability, because it's down to as little as 40 now that I've said that. So 40 left.
That's good. Okay, so we're at that stage now. These two longer pieces are going to actually form the bracelet.
Right.
So these two bits, these two sections here, we don't need anymore.
Okay.
Okay, so if we turn those over, what I did then is just simply pull them back and sort of wrap it around the gemstone there, just so that it's flat, because we literally don't need them. Snip them off. I'm off the fingers and thumbs today. There you go. Do that, and then it just wraps around the gemstone there. So you're not going to sort of see, sorry there, can you see that?
Yeah.
So that
Lovely,
little section there is wrapped around. So to do it again, from the back, we just pull that down into place, snip that off, and again wrap that round, just so that it's out of the way, she says. There we go, and squish it down. So there. So you've got the two pieces there out of the way. Just make sure you cut off the right two pieces and you don't cut off the two longer ones.
You don't want to lose your bangle bit, yeah.
So now we've got that section. And if you sort of just run your fingers along it, it will sort of get the kink back into it. If you do that, it sort of overlaps. So that's the bangle shape that way that you're looking for. And then we need to put in the little sections that we're going to wrap in, which are these two.
They're gorgeous, they are.
And those sections are the sections that I used as the links on the necklace.
Oh, right, okay.
As well. So on that necklace there.
Oh, this necklace, let me move this around for you.
So
there.
once you've got the star technique and the links, you can sort of put them together however you want them, really.
So this is the chain on this necklace, and also the interlinks on the bangle.
Yeah, and on the earrings as well.
Oh yes, and the earrings, those lovely earrings, yeah.
So that sort of technique, that shape will transfer across into different designs. So I'll make you one of the swirls.
Beautiful, thank you, yes.
My little mini Milky Ways.
When would you like me to do? Sorry, I've got some. Well, shall I just, is it all right if I just quickly show my wire bundle, my darling? I'm just saying out loud on air, just simply because I'm aware that we've literally got less than 40 now of this kit. So just before, I think this is a perfect moment before we show the swirl. So this is a wire bundle. I'm going to do the same offer we did yesterday for 15 pence a metre. These are all 0.8. Now, 0.8, I've heard, I mean, I'm sure Janet will agree, but one of the most useful gauges, maybe the one to start with, you know, for structure, but also malleability. And you've got it in all four colours here: the copper, sort of rose gold colour, the antique bronze, the yellow gold colour, and the silver coloured copper wire as well. So we're going to give you all four They're all 0.8, they're all 100 metres, and it's do you find the 0.8 useful? I mean, I know you had to work with what was in this kit, but
0.8, I use it for rings.
Oh yeah,
I
perfect.
use 0.8 most for rings.
Yeah.
You can use it for some structure. You can hammer it as well to give it that extra strength. Yeah. And so 0.8 for me, 0.8 and 0.6 are the most usable really for me.
So this would be fantastic in your stash.
I should be at home now ordering it.
Well, exactly. We'll need to write down that code if there's any left. NIGC46, so 400 metres, and that will go a long way if you're talking about the ring shanks anyway.
Yeah. Oh gosh,
but also for your structural work, your bracelets, and I mean, I was amazed that the 1mm went through so many of the gems that you had to work with. So the 0.8 definitely would be even more versatile. So please come in on the phones quickly for this, because again, till 5 o'clock, that's the offer, and it will be gone, gone, gone. It's all 0.8, all the 4 colours. You actually, from the JewelleryMaker website, from the JewelleryMaker shop, should be paying as little as, I mean, it is a big spend, but it's
worth it.
Yeah. And it's a lasting
You've got
spend.
that in your stash then, that's going to last you for
You could even split it with somebody, couldn't you?
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
But we're not going to pay that, Janet. We're not going to pay almost £100. Massive, massive saving on this, so please don't miss out. I don't mean £10, £20. £60, Janet. It's almost like half price, isn't it? It's almost 50% off. 40% off that price. 15p a metre. That is literally, because it was £99.80, that is 40% off, isn't it? £60 should be 100 basically. So that is well worth going to a girlfriend, or your mother, or your other half, your husband. Let's go double, let's have 30 quid each, rather than 50 quid each. Massive, massive saving. Or even if you think, forget that fee, I'm not sharing that with anybody, I want that all for myself. £60 should be £100. Please don't miss out on this offer. NIGC46, and the most versatile, the one that I hear most of our wire workers and our designers talk about the most. Start with a 0.8. You heard Janet herself say, the most versatile. And mix and match those. It's lovely to mix your wires,
all
isn't
of those 4 with the twister tool. To make a torque necklace would be fabulous. All those colours together. And
then there's
you wouldn't need to use a lot.
No.
You're only using a short piece of each.
And you're probably using minimal gems them as well. Say if you wanted a focal, just one of those lovely petals that we're working out at about, 30, 40p, the ochre.
But that's right, because if you made a couple of torques with those, you're not using anything. A couple of decent pendants, you could charge £15 each for that. Couldn't you? You soon got your money back.
Exactly. And sell some, make some, be commissioned. How did you start to get commissioned? Were people just liking what you did, or did you go out and sell your wares? I do craft fairs. I haven't done many sort of recently, but do craft fairs, and it's just from there really. And I've got a website that it's not really a selling website, it's information. So I get a lot of people sort of commissions from that. People ring and go on, give us a plug. What's your website?
It's myjewellerydesigns.com.
myjewellerydesigns.com. So lots of information on there as well. So if you do have any questions for Janet today, text us in, and there's anything we can't help you with live on the show, we can certainly do it on the website maybe.
Yeah, or Facebook.
Yeah, or Facebook, and our own Facebook as well. So yeah, I know we've just interrupted the design, but that's just too good an offer to miss out on. But let's keep that up there, and let's continue with your beautiful bangle. I'm a bit flustered. I'm all over the kerfuffle after. That's just amazing, isn't it? Anyway, we were just about to do the spirals that are in the earrings, the bangle, and the necklace.
That's right. So we're going to make these. So if all we do is take a piece of wire, probably about 7, 8 inches, depending on how sort of spirally you want your spiral.
I love those earrings.
They sort of hang really lovely as well.
They do.
So just take the piece of wire, take the end, the tip of the round nose pliers, and make a loop. And then, once you've got that loop, you need to sort of just continue the spiral round a little way.
You just seem so adept at that. Does this take a lot of practice, or?
I think once you've done it a few times, I think it's confidence more than anything. I think when you start, you're sort of worried about sort of making it kink or something. Yeah. But the secret is not to be scared of it, just to go for it.
Right.
And you've got enough in the reels to. Okay, if you sort of make a mistake, you can always rectify it. And so, once you've got to that stage, you can actually do that with your fingers then.
Oh.
I say you do that with your fingers, but actually once it's on there and it's twisted, it's quite solid. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to unravel. So once you've got it to the section that you want, the size of the swirl that you want, just thread on a gemstone, and then, let me just hold it there so I can remember what I did. Then wrap the wire around the gemstone and back, so you've got that shape. So now you've got this little tail here to put your second swirl on.
Yeah.
So again, just take the tip of the round nose pliers, turn it round, and then just make a little swirl, pull it round so that it sits there. Actually, I've done that a little bit short. I would have probably left a longer piece to have a bigger, but that actually would make the perfect earring.
Still pretty, yeah.
Because it's sort of shorter at the top. But that's the shape of it.
That's the essence.
And then what I do then is just take the nylon pliers and just flatten it down, just to make sure that it's flat. And also it sort of work hardens it a little bit as well when you start squishing it down.
You just use the nylon pliers.
Just the nylon pliers, just so that I don't sort of scratch it or make any dents or anything.
I'm aware on the web we're experiencing a few sound glitches, and I sound a bit like Norman Collier. You're just sort of losing every third word. We are aware of it, and we are working on that. So I apologise if you're not quite hearing everything I'm saying. So rest assured, it's been noted, and we're trying to get it fixed. But as long as we've got the main information on the screen, that's all that matters, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. So once you've got your swirls, you just need to sort of place them in the bracelet so that we can sort of get an idea. So that is going to be, effectively, that's going to be the bracelet. And then we need to start to wire wrap that then onto the frame. So
I've had a text in just to, I know you said it at the start, but could you just tell us again how much wire those lengths were?
Okay.
And the one across the middle?
Yes, the two longer sections that are going to form the bracelet, I kept them at 14 inches.
And that was the 1 millimetre.
That's the 1 mil.
Yeah,
and the section centre is shorter because it only needs to go through this and a little bit more really. Yeah. So that's about 5-6 inches.
Okay, lovely, thank you, Janet.
But the longer one's about 14-15, just to make sure you've got enough really, because you don't want to get to the end of your bracelet and think, oh,
exactly. Yeah.
Start again.
Thank you, darling. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start wire wrapping. So I'll take those ones away, and here's one I did earlier. Right, so for this, we take our swirl. Again, just kink the wire around a little way with your fingers, and the warmth of your fingers will soften the wire, and it will sort of bend. So you've got that. So this is what we're trying to create now on this side. So if we get the swirl that we've just made, that will fit in to that section just there. Right. So take some 0.6. What I would do is take longer pieces, but for demonstration purposes I'll just use shorter ones. And then what I did is just start wrapping, you can get that one out of the way for a while, start wrapping around here. Right, so if we just wrap around a few times, just to secure the wire onto there, then put that in place. It's a bit fiddly, again, it's a little bit fiddly just while you're sort of and while you're sort of securing things. So what I tend to do is just do the first couple of wraps, and it's just sort of that simple really. And then
the clip on the bottom of the screen there, £19.70, getting very limited. This is the kit Star Shine. Just the code is at the bottom of the screen there if you still want to take part.
Right, and then take another piece and do the opposite section. Actually, what I'll do is I haven't cut these ones off, but I will cut these off. Actually, I'll cut those off now because I'll probably get in the way. I'll just shorten them down and then we'll wrap them around later.
Yeah.
Right, so again, just take it onto this side, wrap around a few times. And what I would do is all the points where it's going to meet the wire, the frame, I would wrap around. You can just squish those together, and then we need to put that, sorry, can you see that? Does that make sense? I need to place that there. So that's where we're going to start wrapping the next part. So that will go through there. like I say, once you've got the points that are touching the frame secured,
yeah,
it's a lot easier.
Yes, of course, because it's stabilised then, isn't it?
It's not going to be jumping around or... Right, so that's what I would do. I would do that section, pull that into place however you want it, and then we're going to close that up to there. So I'll take another piece quickly and wrap that.
So it's almost the, it's the focus points. It's, well, not focal. It's the pivot, not pivot. It's the, you're doing the 3 points that just the positioning points, aren't you? Really,
so the sections are actually touching the frame.
Yeah.
We're doing that. So that's what I would do. I would go round all of those points.
First, yeah.
And then we've got these bits of wire. I won't do that one. But I would do it there as well.
Yeah.
And then go back to the first part. And what we need to do then is just make sure that that's in the right place. We'll do this little section here first, because you can see the actual weave then. Right, so then what I do is, once all your sections are sort of secured, go around the frame a couple of times. Get that bit out of the way. And then underneath and through here. So now what we're trying to create are these little woven sections.
Pyramid woven bits, aren't they? They're beautiful. They're very effective.
But there's no, I don't think there's no sort of, doesn't have to be a pattern to them. You can just simply go backwards and forwards.
Yeah.
But what I did in them is I just sort of wrapped around the frame a couple of times, because I thought I quite liked it having the frame wrapped, covered. So again, so it's around, through.
It just reflects the light beautifully, doesn't it?
And then back up through that one. With all your bits of wire dangling around.
So we're going over
and then
under,
and then back through. And what you can do, you can wrap around that. And if you wrap around, it sort of holds it in place a little bit better.
Right.
So if you wrap around, so go around that once, back through, and under.
Yeah.
And then back around that. So that's round that once, back around again, and in.
And under. Right.
So you're back in at that section.
Yeah. You mentioned the wire wrapping tool. We are aware that that's sold out on the website. We are getting some more back in. It has been ordered, but I couldn't tell you when. It's going to be a few months yet anyway. So as soon as it's back in stock, we'll let you know, because I know you mentioned that, you know, in terms of the talk and stuff. So.
Right, okay. So again, I'll just do that once more so that you can sort of get the idea. So again, it's round, back through. So you've completely wrapped around that section, back through there. Right, and it doesn't matter if the wire gets a little bit kinked. I think that sort of adds to the design. So back again, and then what you're doing then, you're sort of building up that woven effect. And what I would do is do that at this section here. Do it from this section along here. So you're filling in this centerpiece.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's up to people how they do it. I mean, you don't necessarily need to do the weaving. If you just connect it and like it open, you can leave it open.
Yeah.
And then I would do a little section here, and over this side maybe, and then you do the end part there, so that you get to sort of where you're going to put your clasp. Just make sure that sort of sits in place, so that you've got the right shape when you get to the end.
Beautiful.
So so that's it really. So you would just continue with that. I won't go through the whole lot of that, because people don't want to see me.
And you know, is it hard to do our clasp?
I'll show you the clasp.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. Thank you. Don't forget the wire bundle as well is going like hotcakes, because it should be £100 for those 4. I mean, myself and Janet, she's already said I've got to write down that. We know half the stock's already gone. So that should be £99.80. But for you today, till 5 o'clock, £60, so 40% off. They're all 0.8. You get 100 metres of each. So a massive, massive saving. How are we doing on the star shine? What limited now are we down to in terms of numbers? Because I know there's a few of you still to check out your baskets. Less than 30 now. And there's 8 in some baskets that haven't checked out. We've all fallen foul of having it in our basket, not checked out, and then, you know, someone's been on the phone or a web buyer ready to pay. There's nothing we can do once it's been sold. Someone's paid there and then. So please, I know, I don't mean to go on about it, but you are rolling over the one postage and packaging price. And, you know, if you got it back and you just thought, actually, it's not the kit for me, you've got that 30-day money-back guarantee. But I'd rather that happen than you to be fall foul of, I had it in my basket and it went Fiona, you know. So just proceed straight to checkout, because I've got less than 30 now, and that's at the bottom of the screen. Should be £29 odd, but it's £19.70. So we're going to just get to the clasp bit now. We'll just imagine we've done the weaving, the wrapping, I should say.
Yeah, so imagine that is wrapped the same as this section. So this then, you're looking to achieve this, and you've got these 2 pieces of wire. At the end, just wrap over this section, just to secure it, and you've got the 2 pieces left there. Then, what I did with this, we've got, again, more swirls. So if we do that first, so just take this section, and then again, depending on how big you want your swirls, sort of, I don't know, maybe 2. As long as they're both the same size, it doesn't really matter. So which that isn't. Put that one down again. So you cut off the sections, and again, it's exactly the same technique that we used before. If I turn that over, end of the round nose pliers, take that in, bring it round, and then just keep going. So you're creating that swirl, sorry. There you go. And then we need to do the same on the other side. And try and sort of get them fairly similar. So you've got that. So you've got the swirl on either side, opposites. And then on the other end, it's simply just, there you go. They can be a bit shorter. So cut again, maybe, I don't know, inch and a half or something. Cut those off. And then take one end and make a little loop. So you've just got that little loop on the end. Sorry, can you see that? And I've cut that one a little bit too long, so I'll just cut that bit off. And then a loop at the other end. You sort of think, where's this going? It's not going to go anywhere. So you've got a loop at either end then. Then turn it back. And then just simply curl those over. Like that. And like that. Perfect. And if you leave them sort of kinked out, when you actually form the bracelet, and then it's just simply wrapping the bracelet then, start from the middle and just sort of kink it around. That one's not very well shaped because
that's because we haven't
finished
it.
But then when it's wrapped around,
and that
it should
into your little,
then open it out a little bit more if you need to. And it'll just fit
beautiful. What a lovely finish.
So you've got that. When I first made it, I put a swirl at either end and had it open.
Like an open cuff, yeah.
And I think if I'd have used 1.25 as the frame, that would have been fine.
Yes.
But I think for the 1 mil, I think for me personally, and if you're going to sell as well, for me, I'd prefer to put a clasp.
Yeah.
So what I did, I took the risk of sort of cutting off the swirl and just made those little loops.
Fantastic.
And I think that sort
of a happy result was had.
So I think that sort of fits in with it, and it sort of sits nice against the skin as well. So
extra security there, beautiful. Now, would it be? Is it too hard to show me the ring, my darling? I only mentioned it because I can see we've got some good time still to spare.
We've got a ring mandrel, do we think?
What we'll do as well, I'll bring in another bundle because I know you're loving your bundles. But just because I think there's so much scope there, if I pick with the flat coins, the Jasper coins, you know, there's just so much.
Can I just have a look, see if we've got a ring mandrel?
Oh, okay, my darling, yes.
Sorry.
Have we got a ring mandrel anywhere, anybody? We've got one inside, yeah.
Fab.
We'll bring that for you, darling.
Okay.
And we can bring a ring mandrel on screen as well for, we'll get you one. We'll get you one. Just because I think, well, there's just so much in the kit and it's just such a nice, simple, that looks so beautiful. And, you know, being commissioned to do your rings, your speciality, I'd love to see that. We're on the ring, we're on the mandrel. Have we got one, darling? There we go. Oh, thank you. Do you know what, Pete? I could have just looked to my left and got that myself. I apologise. Let's get this ring mandrel on the screen as well, because this is the stainless steel one. This is invaluable, isn't it? G to Z. This is just...
I'd be lost.
Would you?
Yeah, I've got a couple of mandrels.
I mean, and I love the fact that it's in this, because you can put other stuff in your little handy pouch as well, and it just looks really professional as well, I think. If you're on a store, if you sell like you do, and just say, hang on, I'll just measure your ring size there.
And if you've got sort of a stash of beads, people can have a mooch through and pick which one they want and say,
come back to me in half an hour, or, you know, after lunch, and I'll rustle you up one.
And I've said this before, what I do, I don't find it difficult, but I find it easier to use both hands when I'm making rings. So I've got mine in a vice.
Oh, that's interesting.
And sort of sit that way and use both hands. And I just find it a lot easier and quicker for me.
Handy
so
tip.
if you're making a few of them, but I mean, completely doable without, but not without the ring mandrel for me. It's a must.
Fantastic. Well, we've got it on the screen now. We're actually going to do a special offer. This has all worked out lovely.
There you go.
$8.95 is the normal price, but for you today, DOD1, no, that's an I actually, isn't it, Dodi? DODI 52. We're actually going to bring you a celebratory offer, and Janet's, because Janet's the lovely ring commissioner here, $5.95. And it is a weighty, you know, so that's going to last, isn't it? You know.
And the thing is, you can hammer against that as well.
Can you?
Yeah, because some of the mandrels that I've seen have been plastic.
Yes.
And you can't do that because you don't get the, you know, the weight isn't
the resistance. Yeah.
But if you need to, you can hammer against that as well.
And £3 off towards that lovely spinel and diamonds we've got our eye on. All those pearls, I know you love your pearls. $5.95 on your screen now there on the right, but we'll get on with this lovely ring making.
Okay. So I've taken just a piece of wire. I don't know how long do you reckon that is? I'm not good with...
3/4 of a metre?
Yeah, something like that. You probably won't need that much, but I'll just
play it safe.
Yeah. So we take the, put the bead on, and then wrap the wire back across, so you've got that section. Then, if you just hold your hand onto the wire and turn it, you get that kink in it. There. So if you hold it, and continue with that, you get the little swirl. My hands are a bit warm, so everything's slipping a little bit.
That's okay, but it's making the wire nice and warm and
malleable.
It's these studio lights. It's warm in the studio, darling.
So then take the opposite side and hold that, and do exactly the same. If my fingers don't slip too much, exactly the same on that side. So you've got that. So you've got a piece of wire coming this side, piece of wire that side.
A double twist, like a little figure of 8 kind of
that is the way I did that one, isn't it? Yeah.
That's lovely. Is that similar to what you did? It's similar to what you did in the bracelet, but we only did the one twist, didn't we, on that for show really bracelet?
So it's the same sort of technique. That's how we get the swirls, just with using your hands.
That's lovely. That way you've created like a wave effect there, topping and tailing. Yeah.
So once you've got to that point, hold the bead and pull the wire down. So it's sort of sitting like that on the wire. Then take the mandrel. This is a challenge for me now, using one hand.
Do you want me to hold it?
No,
like a vice.
So, just obviously depending where on the ring that you want it, wrap it around, and the other side. Then put it underneath the stone and pull. Don't pull too hard. Underneath the stone and pull it that way. Then it depends again how many times you want to go round. I've only gone round twice, so by doing that we're round already. So we didn't need this much wire, so we were around there. And then it's simply, she says, hold that in place, wrap that one around, hold that tight, wrap that one around. There you go. So now you've got that again, so just follow that round, wrap it again. And this section you can sort of wrap however many times that you want. Take it off the mandrel, and then you've got that again. You've got wire either end.
That was handy. I've never seen it done on the mandrel like that. I've seen people do it freehand, so that was.
I just
was
find
really
it
quick
easier
to watch you do that.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, once you you get the technique.
Yeah.
And if I do craft fairs, I have trays and trays of rings, so I can sit there and you can
literally just took you minutes.
Yeah, and you can knock them out in minutes.
It's like a machine.
Right, so when you get to that section, then I'd cut off this, so we didn't need this much. I've sort of overestimated.
But as you know, we were saying yesterday, you put your odds and ends in your little.
Well, these,
your
I mean,
box.
these would make the little swell so you can make some
Yes,
earrings.
exactly.
So
Well,
just,
yeah.
I've got a little box that I keep all my bits in.
Yeah.
And then,
That's what Alison was saying yesterday.
yeah. So that, you know, don't throw anything away. And then tuck it through. So just bring one of the pieces through the ring shank and around. And then what I tend to do is put it back onto the mandrel, hold the wire there and pull it fairly tight. So you can push that down fairly tight. I'll show you on that one. So again, it's just take that piece through the ring, round this section, push it through and pull that down. And then you can wrap around the shank a few times if you want, or you can just do it that once, or you could make it a swirl. Do you make a swirl? We'll do it different. Do it different.
Do you just clip it nice and tight, or would you file it, or?
Well, what I would do, I'll do one side as I've done with that one, just to show you.
Okay, darling.
I would cut it sort of pretty close, then get the flat nose pliers from this side, opposite side. I don't know if you can see that. Squish it down, and if you do that with the round nose pliers, you don't. The sharp edge has gone there completely. Put it back on the ring mandrel, and that's done. But then if you don't want to finish it off that way, if you straighten this out a little bit, what you can do is take your round nose pliers. That might be a bit long. Right. Again, end of the round nose pliers. Just twirl that round. Push it down in place, and you've got a little detail there.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, lovely
So
way
you
to
can have
finish
a
as well.
detail
Yeah.
There, rather than have it on the against the
Fantastic.
shank. So you can either way, really.
Beautiful.
And that's it.
Fantastic.
All the way
We've had a lot of uptake of that ring mandrel for $5.95.
You best have that back.
Teresa in County Durham, she's interested in the bracelet.
Yeah.
She wants to know, she's texted in, she wants to know how much, because you said to me that's all one continuous.
Yeah.
How much wire did you roughly start with?
Okay, well there's 7 inches through.
Right.
And then I sort of doubled that up, so it's about 15, 16 inches.
Right.
So literally made a loop at one end, threaded all the gemstones on, made a loop at the other end, and then did this technique that we did with the ring, wrapped it around each stone.
Oh, went back
wrapped
on
it
yourself.
around, and then went back, and then you can see I've
You've
finished it
gone
off with this
between
little,
each one and then
at the
over.
end,
Yeah.
just wrapped it around and made that little twirl on the end,
Beautiful. And then did a separate little.
and then just made the little clasp and added that to it. But you could incorporate the clasp into the bracelet itself.
Yes, it was just we were just talking about whether you wanted it fixed or
Yeah.
No, that's beautiful. So Teresa, about 14, 15 inches there.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, the ring mandrel's going like hotcake. Have I missed anything? Was there anything else we wanted to discuss? Because you're so super speedy.
Oh, sorry.
What I'll do is no, please don't apologise. This is brilliant. This is fantastic. I'd much rather have more time to show people more than less. So what I'll do then, I'll introduce a bundle that we think will go lovely with what we've got so far. Now, how many have we got of the kit, the Starshine kit now? This is what we're working on with Janet. The Starshine kit, less than 20. Any of those baskets still not checked out? Yeah. Few baskets there. So this is the jewellery from Starshine. Less than 20 remaining. So if I just show you this, you can have a little look. We'll get it on the screen again. We should be looking at $29.95, but actually we took it way down to $19.95. So, and Janet made 7 pieces. She said there was a lot left over. Could have been even 8 pieces. Another bracelet. Less than 15 now. So anybody with it sitting in a basket, don't. Because it's heartbreaking. Have you ever done that, put in your basket and then not checked out? And how awful did you feel? Exactly. It's like someone stole from you, isn't it, quite frankly? Obviously they haven't, but proceed straight to checkout. So £19.70. Some massive £10 savings, but you know, I still can't get over that £40 saving on the wire.
No.
Can't get over it.
Right.
I'm going to introduce some beautiful quartz while Janet is with me, because they're fantastic. She's so whizzy. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful rose quartz bundle, and it comes with the copper, well, the rose gold findings, I should say. Look at these. Now, you said you like your pearls because it's your birthstone, but do you have a amethyst? Because the amethyst is going to feature in our second half of designs that.
But rose quartz and pearls, I love to get as well.
Heavenly, wouldn't it? And we've got those lovely peachy pearls, which also have a hint of pink in them, and the green as well. And we've got the rose gold findings as well here, which I'm just reaching for. Now this is called Candy Floss, so I'll just take you through the gems and then I'll show you the 925 sterling silver rose gold findings. These are beautiful. Look at those, Janet.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Can you see the way they're square faceted down the beveled edges?
Well, imagine them in just one drop earring.
When
you move, the light would catch.
Oh, you could make it out that black wire we've got. Or
Some spinel with that would be great.
Oh yeah, with a spinel. This is our beautiful rose quartz. These are my faceted long rice beads, 390 carats. Then I've got 70 carats of the irregular squares. They're the plain squares, as it were, there. And the clarity on them, they're like ice pink, aren't they? They really are candy floss Barbie pink. But I can't stop, the light reflecting off these is beautiful. And then we've also got the rose quartz, almost we call them like barrels. They're smooth barrels, 12 by 6 millimeters, 120 carats. So there are 3 strands. Now our findings, there are rose gold plated silver. So you've got the lobster claw, you've got the toggle clasp with the bar, you've got their head pins, of which there are 15. You've got 7 inches of the rose gold plated sterling silver heart chain. You've got 10 of the rose gold plated sterling silver crimp 2mm beads, crimp beads rather, 10 of the rose gold plated crimp covers, 2 pairs of rose gold plated sterling silver shepherd hooks, and 3 of the open jump rings at 5mm, plus obviously your black and purple organza. Yeah, so 43 pieces of rose gold silver. I was just reaching for that beautiful heart chain that I love. And the earrings, you said some elegant earrings. Well, we've got 2 pairs of the shepherd hooks in there, haven't we? So we could make those, couldn't we? Oh, beautiful. Started out with 100. A third of the stock's been allocated already, going very quickly, and that's even before we show the price. So pretty. And as with the amethyst, you've got to see the amethyst that Janet is bringing us later as well. It's just stunning. Now on our website, for those 43 pieces of rose gold plated silver and those exceptional rose quartz strands, I mean, just look at the light travelling through it. It's angelic. You see it travelling up and down. It's beautiful, isn't it, Janet?
They are gorgeous.
They are gorgeous, so pretty. We would be looking at £40.80, so £41 roughly. Because you've got those 43 findings by themselves are £15, £14.95, just for the rose gold silver plated findings, £15 for those, anyway, £14.95. So we're looking at £41, £40.80. But we're going to give you the findings for the 15, and we're going to give you the gemstones, and we're not going to be looking at £41, £29.75. Isn't that incredible? £4.93 a strand, and just look at that strand. Look at the way the light jumps. I mean, it leaps out at you. If I were to give you this today, Janet, and you had the hours with us, what would you do? Where would you start with this? I mean, you mentioned a dazzling pair of earrings.
Yeah. I think I'd use the copper coloured wire, because if you put the copper with that,
oh,
that looks really good, doesn't it, the copper colour?
I tell you what, Janet.
So I'd use the copper colour. And
do you fancy doing this as a bit of a challenge?
Oh, yes,
I realise we haven't given you anything, have we?
I
tell you what, and feel free, because as wise as you think, feel free to use your copper wire.
Yeah, great.
And have a rummage.
Okie doke.
Yeah, if we had that copper wire from it's on my yeah, I've got the copper wire obviously that's in the kit. Yeah,
yep,
we've got that. Yeah,
okay,
you can use that, or if there's any of the other stuff that I've got, darling,
I'll have a rummage through the
She's
drawer.
going to rummage. She's going to rummage. So we'll give this to Janet, and we'll see what Janet's made at the end. This is called Candy Floss, and she's got those 43 rose gold silver findings. And she's also got the 3 strands of the Candy Floss rose quartz, and she's going to have a rummage and use some of the copper wire, because it does look beautiful with that rose gold, doesn't it? That looks perfect. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. There's your rose gold, you see. Gorgeous. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. So what you're thinking now? I've really landed you in it now, haven't I? I says, what would you do if? And then I've decided, you will do it. What do you think?
I think earrings with the drops make a statement pair of earrings.
Yeah.
Wrapped with the copper wire. Something with the heart chain and the little the squares, because that's so delicate. So maybe a bracelet or something with that. We'll see how it evolves.
Yeah, fantastic. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it evolves. Now, I've had a couple of texts in about the necklace. I'm going to think it's this one because we've explained them. They might have missed it. Well, for both of them even. The techniques, we've used same technique in the necklace that we use in the bracelet for this sort of star.
We have, but instead of on the bracelet, it's that way, and we've got the longer pieces coming from here. What you do is you just cut it short about a centimetre, cut them all down to about a centimetre, and just make a little swirl on the end. And then the swirl is where you then link your first necklace.
And these were the individual spirals that we made to sit inside the bangle.
And to link those together, what I've done is just these little links.
Oh, you've made one of these in between,
just
with the 1mm.
Yeah, just a bead with a little loop at either end to go in between, just to link these swirls. So we've got one there, and one there.
Lovely, you've got 3 of those.
Yeah.
And we've also had a question, when you're doing those spirals, because I saw you do it freehand, how do you do it without marking? How did you manage to do it? Somebody obviously is perhaps applying too much pressure, or they're marking their wire as they're coiling.
Let me show you.
Was it the round nose you were using, wasn't it?
I used the round nose pliers. But
when we were squidging, you used the nylon ones as well, when you were flapping it, you said. But
the easiest way to do it is to take the very tip of the round nose pliers and make that, and just continue swelling.
And what you've done is you've held it there,
so you're holding it there, really. So
that's the only point of contact, isn't it?
So you can just do it all the way around. But if you do need to sort of grasp it here, the thing is to grasp it fairly tight.
Right.
If you hold it sort of loose, it will slip. So hold that fairly tight and just continue that around.
Perfect.
But if you hold it loose, it will slip, and then it could potentially mark the wire.
That's perfect, Janet.
Okay.
We'll see you in a minute. Thank you very much.
It is easy to donate to the charity cycle ride. Donate now by calling the contact centre or by clicking the donate option on our website. And thank you.
Today I've been on the Wirework for Beginners course, and it's been really helpful to me. I've bought wire and I've bought tools and not really had the confidence to use it because I'd feel like I was wasting it. So to come along and be shown exactly what to do and have one-to-one tuition has been brilliant for me, and it's really given me the confidence to go ahead with my jewellery making now.
Is known as the gem of the sea. Its beautiful blue hues represents the stunning colours of the ocean. It's a member of the beryl family and is closely related to emeralds and morganites. Brazil has been a major supplier for aquamarine. Nowadays we find some beautiful pieces from Zambia, Nigeria, Madagascar and Mozambique.
If for any reason you're not satisfied, you have the benefit of our no-quibble 30-day money-back guarantee. Just complete the returns form enclosed with your goods and send them back for a full refund.
JewelleryMaker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to put towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
You can now watch clips from JewelleryMaker on our YouTube channel. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
I'm delving, look at the gorgeousness I've just found in a box. It's not right now, but just look at this gorgeousness. I know, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Look at all of that, it's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Shall I have a little close-up? How beautiful is that? It's gorgeous. And don't forget as well, don't forget, I've only got 23 of these. Those amazing diamonds. You don't want to miss those. We have no other diamond strands. That's coming up after 4 o'clock. No, the blue-green diamonds. No other diamonds coming up at all. We have nothing else in stock with no guarantee of getting any more before April. If you're thinking April birthstone, so limited. And don't forget that beautiful, beautiful spinel from the Mahenge mines there of Africa. Just as you know, our friend Mark, our good friend Mark, none coming out of the ground there. He did find some close by in the Ipanko Valley. However, you know, that itself now has completely had a barren run. So, you know, it's just so hard to get hold of. So this fine grade of spinel has increased tenfold in the last 3 years in terms of price, has increased tenfold, gone up a lot recently. So a real rising star, far quicker than any other of the gemstones in the gemstone family. So just amazing, beautiful. All right, we're thinking 60s. This is gorgeous. This is what I showed you at the end of yesterday's show. I've got some really pretty pink wire coming up that I think would look beautiful with this, but have a look at these. I'm going to give it on the black background just so you can see the pretty print design. And I'm just hold the wire in the front just so you can, how pretty it would look, the black. Yeah, it'd be gorgeous, wouldn't it? So that's a little wire bundle coming up as well, but just look at that. I love them. They're fun, they're gorgeous, they impact. Some have almost like an oriental theme. Some look like the beautiful print that you see painted on the water buckets and the canals, and floral it's a massive look this season. That's why we're thinking of the 60s vintage look. I don't think it does ever really go out. You always see a smattering of it in the summer as well, but this is lovely bright neon bold prints, fun prints. Again, you just think of that in a little, what I love about these ones is that in a little friendship bracelet with a macrame, just that in the middle, and it's so pretty, or a little pendant or cute brooch. You know, Janet's going to show us how to do a lovely brooch later, and they're all hand painted front and back. So the front is just as beautiful as when you flip it over. Gorgeous. Think of the effort that's gone into hand. This looks like candy rock. I feel I really am in the Willy Wonka factory here. It's just gorgeous, the brightness, and then all the little flowers and the detail. This strand you see is very oriental, isn't it? Very Asian. It's just kind of got that lovely lotus blossom feel to it. So if I got that with my green pearls and maybe spiced it up with a little cheeky bit of gorgeous high-end peridot, and maybe there was that little poppet of that candy floss pink. I mean, just look how gorgeous with your gems, very 1940s. Oh, I want to get creating with our Janet now. Oh, look at this. Janet, what would you do, my darling? I mean, these printed shell, what would you do, darling?
I think they make great sort of summer festival jewellery, wouldn't they?
Summer festival, yeah. Oh yeah, festival
long
jewellery.
Necklaces to go with maxi dresses and things, they would be great.
Maxi dresses,
Yeah.
they're back in again, aren't they? I love maxi dresses. Because I'm not really a dress girl, but a maxi dress I get on really well with. What's that all about?
I don't know.
A fashion guru over here. She'll sort me out. So yeah, lovely. Yeah. Oh, I just love the idea of your brooch, flower brooches, boho jewellery as well. And with those pearls, you can just take it to another level. Just gorgeous. Those pearls are coming up later. Now you're going to get all 4 strands, and we have got that pretty bright fuchsia pink wire coming up later as well. It's going to be a great price, and it's all hand painted. I mean, how long does it take you to paint your nails, let alone hand paint each individual gemstone there? It takes me ages, especially when the cat's trying to sit on you. It's not easy, is it? So you just think about the amount of work just to create one. I mean, this one, it's just beautiful. Look at the detail on there. It's like gorgeous. Or here, look at this one with the purple and the orange. It's just beautiful, isn't it? So much detail, all individual. Now, a mere £11.80 for 4 strands. But you know, we're having a tea party. Janet and I get the scones out, or the scones. I don't know if you're a scone or a scone. You're a scone. We're getting the tea. We're getting well, you might be having a bit of a coffee, but that's not really the essence of our vintage tea party today. £11. Are we Earl Grey or are we good old traditional tea?
Traditional.
Or chamomile, good old traditional, good girl yourself, yeah. I like the idea of rolled grey, but I can't stand the taste. It's a lovely aroma, but tasting nothing.
No.
Anyway, sorry, we're crashing. Oh, I'm there with £11.80, but it is a mere £8 for all 4. This is turning into the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. £8, £2 a strand. You think about, you know, Janet said, I've made a very good point, your festival jewellery. Maybe that is the way you do sell it, or your craft fairs, or, you know, you just want to get the kids involved. They like the fun element of the brightness. You know, I just could see one of those on those macrame bracelets with the pink and the, or some kumikimo, and just gorgeous.
On the Oriental theme as well, you could just wire wrap one on a long piece of wire to go through a bun. Just stick it into a bun or something.
Oh, that'd be
lovely. Or a hat
lovely.
pin. You can make hat pins with them
Hat
as well.
pins, gorgeous bun pins, yeah.
They look great.
The next half term is the 15th, 14th, Valentine's of February. So get this, and then we're making jewellery with the kids in half term. Hat pins, that's a great idea, or, you know, instead of fascinators, just a few, you got a little roll up of the hair and just a few dotted through there. That'd be beautiful. And you just need to get your wire and curl at the end, and
you're done.
Lovely.
Easy.
Could do that with this blowy weather as well right
You
now,
could,
quite
yeah.
frankly, to
Keep
keep your
your
hat on
hat
your
on.
head. £8 for all 4. Loads of you on the line. Get it for the half term. Let's all get making. 40% of the stock's sold. Well, I say sold out. Make sure you check out that basket. It's already been allocated. It's proven very popular. Should have been as low as £11.80. But for you gorgeous jewellery makers, we are talking £8, but it's first come, first served. So don't miss out. Peggy, Diana, Vivian, Beverly, Jude, Susan, Janet, Felicity, Peggy, Beverly, I said there, Vivian, Amanda, Sharon, Christina, Pauline, Helen, and new buyers there. Welcome to the Jewellery Maker family. Don't forget to get our free DVD and booklet to get yourself started there. Margaret, Claudia, Hudson and West Lothian, Chris in Cleveland, loads of you there. Lovely to have your company this afternoon. You've opened up your basket. Anything else you love and like, roll over with that one postage and packaging price. Because coming up as well, you see, as well as that fantastic fuchsia pink wire set, I have got those gorgeous pearls. I have got that gorgeous, you know, if you're just thinking you want to soften the impact of that lovely brightness, you know, you can just add to the order with these separate strands I'll be bringing you as well. And let's see what you can make. Right, let's move on. Keep those near to me because they're stunning. Stunning. Let's do those green pearls now because they look fantastic, don't they? They've got some lovely peach ones coming up as well. Let me just show you those. I think these would look gorgeous with the rose gold and findings that I know the candy floss kit that we've just given Janet to work with in the show. You know, just twisting these, layering them. There's a lot of these layered necklaces. And then you see you could just have one of those bold motifs in there and then some chain, you know, it makes such a dynamic piece of jewellery, wouldn't it? Be beautiful. Very, very much in style at the moment. I'll bring you the peaches, but we're on the green. And this is a lovely sort of pistachio green. It's not a bright grass green or a bottle green. It's more of a pistachio green. There's sort of a calmer influence there. You know, myself and Ali were talking yesterday about that subtle orient, that lovely orient. She says, you know, I'm looking and it looks like a soap bubble. And I explain, you know, that's the orient, that's that rainbow over the surface. And, you know, Mr. Cunn's Tiffany's chief gemologist always asserted that as an earmark of the quality and the grade of the pearl. And green, you know, is so calming and soothing, hence your green rooms and green in your doctor's, you know, waiting rooms. It's just such an easy colour to match up with, isn't it? To use as a frame. A basis. What would you put with these pearls, Janet?
Actually, I think I would just make a necklace on their own.
Would you?
Just have a simple necklace. They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Or put maybe a gold bead or something in there.
Bead,
maybe put something on, sort of an asymmetric design.
Yeah.
Something sort of on one side.
I've got like a gold. Well, I've got this, for instance. Something in the middle. Split them up, asymmetric at the side. Right, you just suggested.
But then the rest of them just as the pearls.
Hang. Yeah.
That would look great.
Beautiful. Just have that hanging in between to break up the pearls, keep them simple, or layer it with, you know, the 2 strands up.
And that's something really simple, but with that sort of in there.
Yeah.
Just real impact.
Very
really
much
pretty.
Yeah. Lovely dynamic there. I love that idea because they are so beautiful. Sometimes you don't want to muck around. Your t-shirt looks like my 60s print. Ben, I'll show you that in a minute. It's psychedelic. Let's bring you the price for the they're 10 by 9, they're huge. Now, look at that quality, because the size of the pearl, actually, it is everything, because it's, you know, just how big they've grown. But you know what? We're going to give you those big 10 by 9s for less than £18. $14.95. They are big on style, big on quality, and big on trend. Just look at the quality of every single one of them, and there's got to be 5, again, Fifi guesstimate at 10, 15, 20, over 40 pearls on that exceptional strand. And if you're thinking of your vintage summer look, you definitely want to get, and I'd mix it in again, maybe even split those pearls with a little turquoise in between. Although I'd be careful, because I don't want something scratching those beautiful pearls. Yeah, I have to individually knot those. My turquoise, gorgeous, isn't it? They're going like hotcakes as well, because we aren't necessarily getting any more pearls in at the moment. Like the diamonds, what you're seeing is what we've got, end of. So if you do want to get those designs created, ready to sell in the half term, I'm not sure what you're doing in the half term, or making with the children in the half term, or got a bit of time yourself, then get it now. Now, because it's the double strand of nuggety goodness, we can layer up to give you that big impact, because they may be small, but you've got double the length there. So we can double up the impact, see those rich turquoises. These as well, you know, providing you the way in which you are mixing them, you know, so you've got that protection. Beautiful, beautiful. And again, with the silver and the turquoise, I mean, that's often when you see turquoise, isn't it, in silver jewellery. Beautiful, isn't it? That is summer. You always see the turquoise in the summer, don't you?
They go red, great with the red coral that you had
red
earlier.
coral, yeah, great
coral.
idea. That was a bargain. The red coral was something like $5.95 earlier. There's lovely little disco 8mm disc rounds, weren't they?
Would look great with the turquoise.
Beautiful. That's a great idea, Janet. Yeah, they'd look fantastic. You see so much of this colour in the bathing wear, and the, you know, that's why they got all the 85 centimetre strand, my word, 70 carats of the forget-me-not gemstone. And our normal strands are about 18 centimetres, so end to end, 85 centimetres. That is a lot of nuggety goodness. It's almost, I said double the strand, it's almost like four times the strand, isn't it, doing the maths there? In fact, what's pretty about it, you could even, do you know what, it does go, I've just layered that 4 times around the wrist there. Once I'd restranded it, obviously, because that's a temporary strand, for a lovely sort of bracelet. Yeah? You know, if I restranded it, I could probably do it 5 times.
Put it onto memory wire. Simple.
Memory wire, yeah. That lovely gold-plated silver wire earlier. Do you remember? For the ring, just a few nuggets across the top of the ring there.
That'd be great.
Got some lovely memory wire coming up later as well. You really need to get on this now, because I have only got 27 left. Flying out. 27 left. RYS F for Freddy 80695. You'd be wise and shrewd to buy 2 if turquoise is the love for you, is the lovely gemstone that you love for you. Wow, what's not to love? And if you go on the basis, that you basically get 4 strands, that's £1.74 a strand, which is just crazy talk. That's like the avalanche, that's lower than our final avalanche price of $1.95 yesterday for an 18 centimetre strand. Beautiful. Please don't miss out. Lots of you there, lots of you taking advantage. Well done to you. Let's move on to another gorgeous tea party piece. I love these. I'm so glad you brought me these, darling. Yesterday, they were, but the ones I saw yesterday in the morning show with Debbie Bulford and our Doodah. What's I've forgotten her name? What's Jenny? Were the medium ones, but here, double bubble, you get the bronze-coloured mesh bows. It's gorgeous. I'm thinking of your hat pins. Perfect, because you could have the gem at that lovely at the top, and at the bottom of the wire, maybe the bow to finish off. You know, like an open and close. Pin it in and then close it up or something. You could be clever to link into your bows you're finishing. These are the big bows. Have you seen these before, Janet?
I have, yeah.
They're beautiful. We get the small ones as well.
I haven't seen the small ones.
Are they gorgeous? Right. Little hairpins. I'd make little, hairpins for Shay. Well, actually, who am I kidding? For me. For me. Aren't they good? But actually you can use them as connectors because they've just got the little connector parts.
I've seen someone make them into a ring.
Into a ring.
And put them on shoes.
Oh yeah, shoe buckles, shoe bows. You get 10 of the big and 10 of the little. The big ones are 2 centimetres by 3 and the wee ones are 12 by 20 millimetres. And so you get 20, they're absolutely gorgeous. So for rings, hair bobby pins, hat pins, shoe bows, the connector on the back of a necklace, the finishing touch on a bracelet, maybe designer cufflinks for her because you can get those lovely blouses and shirts that office wear, and sometimes you need a cuff and you think, I haven't got any cufflinks, I've got one of those shirts. Yeah. You know, and it's like the man's style, but and you need cufflinks. I ain't got any. I don't wear Scott's West Ham ones. Now, what pretty bow girliness, yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be, you know, let me get all this out again, yeah. So you can have it on your collar with some little pearls. You know, we were talking about a little feature piece on the vintage style. You need that eye-catching bit that really, you know, catches your eye, the bows there or something. Gorgeous, wouldn't it be? Or a little bow around the neck and then some pearls dropping off, or pearls and then a little, we could be here forever making these, Janet. Pearl earrings and then a little bow dangled from a bit of chain. Oh, the possibilities are never ending. We've got to get these. We've got to get these, Janet. For all 20, these are beautiful, just divine. For all 20, as little as $11.95. They're stunning. Don't miss out. The possibilities are endless with these. 20 of them. $11.95. And not even £1 each. Just about, what, 60 pence each, something ridiculous like that. I love them. You've got to have them. They'll be gone. Things like this go in a matter of nanoseconds, and then it's months or years before we see them again. Right, darling. What box? Number 9. You are divine. Look at these. These are divine. Love these. These are even better in the flesh because it's the shape, and there's like a pearlescent moonbeam on them. This is white moonstone and it's glimmering and shimmering with an angelic dance of light. Look at that. You see, I'm tempted just again. Maybe a little pop of a gem in between. Maybe a diamond. A blue diamond. Yes, please. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that shimmer. It's like the ivories tinkling on the ivories on a piano, isn't it? They're glistening, luster, but of course they're semi-opaque, so get the light behind them. Yeah, aren't they beautiful? Lie down, you. Oh, he's a little monkey, that one. 100 carats, they are gorgeous. Oh, I'm thinking of a lovely collarette there. Oh, the way they react against the light, aren't they beautiful? Stunning. Do you like those, Janet?
They are lovely.
They're a bit different, aren't they?
Yeah. And again, you could sort of wrap the top, wire wrap the top of them to make a single pendant, or wire wrap them and put lots of them together.
Yeah.
They look great. Or just reach on them like that.
Yeah, again, yeah. And save 2 littlies at the end of your earrings. Yeah. Beautiful. Love those. And we don't see the moonstone cut like this. We don't see many gems cut like this anyway, in the long graduated sort of polished plain slabs, as it were. Elongated sort of oblongs, as it were. What's it? Slab sounds a bit like you're in the butcher's. Beautiful, and much more beautiful than, you know, although a slab of Kendal mint cake, other mint cake available, but yeah. What would you call them? Text me and let me know a different name that I could call it. Oblongs sounds, it's just a bit of it's a lot to get your mouth around. Oblongs. Slices, I like slices, but I suppose it sort of describes what it is, the cut and the shape. Slices, but slices suggests a bit thinner, and then they're not, they're quite chunky monkeys there. Chunky slice. We're not helping ourselves here. Oh, we're going to price slash. Let's be naughty. Should be as little as $9.95. But we're going to take money off. We want you to take advantage. I'm thinking of those 23 strands of diamonds with no more diamonds in the building. I need money towards those. And what's more, I've got to get that peridot. And I've got to get that spinel. Aren't they beautiful? $7.95. Irresistible. Absolutely irresistible. Oh, look at them. $7.90. Look at them. Oh, the wiggle. It's like the frill of a 20s skirt. Go on then. Okay. Amethyst, your favourite. Janet. Ooh. These are oh, look at these cuts. Look at these cuts. They're fantastic. A bit different, aren't they? Let's get the price on these so I can fit in a few more before we join Janet. 460 carats. Now again, there's that word irregular, but they're kind of like almost like a pentagon. They are six-sided, but it's sort of, you know why I say that? Because the sort of, yeah, it's sort of more, it's not even as it were, the sides. They're more sort of stand-uppy. Now they make this beautiful. They're gorgeous. So different, so unusual, and top drilled at the sides. $9.95 for 460 carats DGG P45. And with that yellow citrine, you know, the irregular ones that we started with, yeah, our vintage tea party. How beautiful are they? Look at that, the way that faceting is working, the light. In fact, what I've got here, the green and, oh, you see, now I want to layer with those green pearls. Now I want to make those statement pieces from earlier. My vintage jewellery. Oh, that's my own, but you need to get your own bundle going here. Are they beautiful? Just stunning. So if you want to get those purple amethysts, do get those green pearls. Let's bring in the pre-night now. These are huge and gorgeous. Hey, is there any chance of getting this in as well? Because we mentioned it with the green pearls. It was so pretty. Thank you, beautiful. I snuck it in and I feel bad if I showed it and then didn't do it. So I'll sneak it in as quick as I can. 665 carats of pre-night faceted. Beautiful. Look at the size of those flecks of the green grass there. Again, wire wrapping those with the gold. 665 carats. Yeah. It shines, that gold shines through, doesn't it? Through the semi-translucency. Fabulousness, isn't it? These are big. Going quickly because you need just a couple of those in the statement layering of your vintage jewellery style. That's all you need. Sharon was that. Shannon said we could call them moonbeams. Piano key, says Susan. Yeah, I'm liking that. It's much more romantic than slabs. We don't like that word. It just, doesn't it make you think of butchers or something?
It's not romantic enough.
It's not. Not for beautiful gemstones. No. Oh yeah, you could do it like a piano key for somebody who's very musical. And with the wire wrapping style that Janet showed us earlier, you could do like a treble clef. Yeah. A clever little dangle dingle. Yeah, with the black and the moonbeams there that you just had. That'd be really lovely. Like a lovely bracelet that would make for somebody, wouldn't it? Who's musical. Oh, I'm loving your ideas today. HTGP27 for that massive 665 carats of pre-night from the Wave Hill territory of Australia. Oh, $11.95. Not today, Eileen. Get them with those purple amethysts for real chunky looks. Great bracelets as well. Gorgeous with those green pearls. We're going to price slash it. Graphics have gone stuck. Oh my word, $7.95. That's just crazy town. Wrap them around, wrap them and see. Oh, beautiful. Put them with those pearls. Chunky monkey bracelets, vintage layering there. Oh, $7.95 for those amazing pre-nights. Let's get that lovely rose gold connector that Janet so aptly suggested. Loads of you on the phone for those beautiful pre-nights. So hold the line and stay on the line. There is a bit of a queue, but it is, you see at the bottom, it is a free phone number from a local landline. And there is good availability of the pre-nights at that low price. What a saving as well, massive saving. So this is what we said, just maybe that statement piece and the asymmetric necklace, just separating. That beautiful pearl strand if you want to keep it simple. And this is malleable. You can sort of, if you wanted to bend it over the wrist, people have it even, dare I say, like a statement ring with a gemstone in the middle. But so you have got the malleability because, of course, this is silver that is rose gold plated. So a bit in the way that Janet fashioned them angled. Do you know what I mean? Just bending up the wire around to go around the cuff. The same can be done, and look at that lovely detailed filigree there. It's beautiful. You've got your two connectors either side there. So, you know, a lovely gemstone could dangle in the middle. You could weave some, I'm just thinking of a little dynamic cluster of spinels in the middle. Oh, heaven sent. Absolutely heaven sent. That's beautiful. Oh, I want these spinels. Rose gold plated silver, and the price you're going to pay on this today is unbelievable. 4 centimeters across, 2 connectors either side. For all of that silver, that detailed work, you can feel the weight of the piece, as in, you know, you can feel the thickness of the piece. Great as the pendant with a gemstone in the middle. You could have the tassels hanging off it. Great as the asymmetric earmark piece just to signify a statement within something that's very simple. Beautiful as a brooch, and we're going to look towards brooches as well with Janet in a bit. $7.95. That is all silver with rose gold plating and all that detailed work. And it is actually, if you look close, it is textured there as well. That's smooth, but textured on the inside there. That gives us a lovely reflection. One more to bring you. And can you bring me number 13 later, darling? Thank you. Because I'm in love with them. Will you save box 13 for me? Thank you. Because if you like these, you've got to get on the phone quickly. I've only got 50, 50, 50. These are the ones I showed you with your pretty greens. Look at it with the rose gold findings or the copper coloured wire. So beautiful. The reason you're going to want it is because of the amazing price we're going to give you. Oh my word, for this amazing strand. First come, first serve. People are buying two, $4.95. It is dotty, literally. 7 by 8 millimeters, and they're gorgeous. It's saying peach, but you know what? They're almost like, they're not really peachy. They're like a champagne pinky, aren't they?
They are, definitely, yeah.
The peach doesn't belies the colour, doesn't it, really?
That's right. They are, champagne is the right word.
Champagne, there we go. And there's such a pretty pink orient over the surface there. Yep. Loads going, but I've only got 50. Check out those baskets. Don't miss out. Our next section of our show you're definitely going to want to see, because it features some beautiful silver wire work and amethyst. Gorgeous designs from Janet, and loads more still to bring you, including the spinel, including the 23 strands of diamonds, with no more coming in. Not at the moment. Could be months. Certainly number four, April's birthstone. But get these pearls at under £5. Look at the quality of them. They're not potato pearls. They're not. There's not a wibble or a wobble there. Half the stock's gone. 50% left. Less than 50% actually. Quick as you can. Please don't miss out. The reason that I'm giving that sense of urgency is the limited availability. So don't go anywhere. Stay on the phone. DFGP22. There's about 20 left. And do join me in a moment. Hold those phone lines as myself and Janet will explore another hour of beautiful designs in the basket. Check them out, because you definitely don't want to let those slip through your finger.
When placing your order by phone or on our website, why not add a small donation to a charitable cause? Collectively, the Genuine Gemstone Company are cycling 24 hours a day for 31 days, equaling the distance from our studios in Redditch, England to Arusha in Tanzania, all on an exercise bike situated in our Gemstone Museum. For every £20,000 we raise, the Colourful Life Foundation will be able to build a school in the Arusha district. So this is your chance to give back to a community that provides us with so many beautiful gemstones, and hopefully help us break a Guinness World Record in the process. 100% of every donation goes to the cause, so call us or visit our website to add a donation to your order today.
Join guest designers Debbie Bulford and Rachel Norris to explore the endless possibilities of combining polymer clay and wirework. This DVD guides you through a variety of projects and will give you the inspiration you need to create your own designs. Advance your jewellery making and fuse your talents together with this amazing DVD. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. And each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their Jewellery Maker account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Wall of Fame, The Genuine Gemstone Company, Unit 2D, Eagle Road, Moonsmote, Redditch, B989HF.
I think there's only 8 of those strands of pearls left, so quickly, 6, down to 6. Don't forget to check out your baskets, and just 6 left, so you can still grab one of those strands for, was it $4.95? Was it? $4.95. Insane. Okay, this is our beautiful second kit. Now this is Starlight. Am I right? No, it's the Stars on Shining Stars.
No, that was the other one.
That was the other one.
This is Twilight. Is it Twilight?
Twilight. I knew it was something to do with light. Twilight. This is our Twilight kit, and this is just nothing to do with the vampires. No, this is just stunning. So let me take you through what you're getting. We've got those fantastic faceted bicones here in 2 strands. One in the amethyst, Janet's favourite gemstone, and one in the black agate, and they are 6 by 6 millimeters and 60 carats of the black agate. Look at the effect of that. This is why the Twilight name, because you get that lovely light luster, and 55 carats of the amethyst. Then we've also got 120 carats of the amethyst nuggets. This is your nuggety goodness. This is almost, again, like a double strand. And Janet's used these to great effect. That is a massive 120 carats. We also gave Janet, and she's kind of separated it into 2 camps, but it's really up to you because we're here to give the inspiration. These wonderful rutilated drops. Look at these. Stunning. Every one unique in its own right. No 2 are the same. These are 120 carats of the black rutile quartz graduated faceted. It says hearts, but they're not really a heart. They're more of a drop, aren't they? I think it's because of the... I can't say any other way, so I don't wish to offend, but there's these wider shoulders here that I always say like a little bulbous bottom. They're like they're just a bit less droppy and more sort of fuller at the bottom there. So I should correctly say wider shoulders there on the rounded head part of the gemstone there. Beautiful. And look how different they are in terms of, you know, some are really heavily rutilated and then some are just only just a few, but those flecks are so dynamic, aren't they? And they form when this quartz is in its most lava-like state. So it's amazing how they just get trapped, and then those metal inclusions just get trapped. And these are, you know, polished and cut beautifully, so none of the rutile inclusions would stick out and hurt you in any shape or form. Some of them are almost like hairline, just so fine. Now, the other discovery we just made, and we didn't know because we thought Janet had, I mean, it could have been like the best kept secret. We thought she just made it herself. Was this lovely pendant bail. That's because Janet's cleverly encrusted it with gemstones. Isn't this beautiful? Or you could just cut it off and, you know, do something else, a bracelet. I mean, it's not for me to say. It's beautiful, isn't it? So that is our pendant bail. It's actually sterling silver mounting, 29 by 10 millimeters. That is solid silver. So you've got your 4 gems, well, almost 5 really, because of the nuggety goodness. And you've got your sterling silver mounting there as well in that pendant bail. So beautiful, and Janet has come up with some gorgeous designs, and we're going to sort of keep it in 2 camps. We're going to start with the actual necklace, and I love this. Look at this. We've got a cross and chain, almost like a rosary, but I want to show you the cross because it cleverly, if you look at the front, you can have it either way, sort of with the round twist or the cross twist. Isn't that beautiful? So 2 different looks, and look at those amethysts glowing, beautiful. And then we come up to the middle, and this is the clever bit. This is where the bail of the silver is encrusted with the nuggets, and Janet's created chain then out of wire and the dark. I love the way you picked out the darker and the lighter bicones. You know, you've got the dark agates and then the purples there. It's beautiful, isn't it? And then it all becomes one with the nuggets at the top. The 2 chains become one. So we are going to focus on this to start, and then we'll see how we are for time. But we've also got the earrings, bracelet, and ring. Now we should be looking at about £32 for this kit. There's the crisscross, which mirrors the beautiful cross. There is the actual ring, and there is the earring. So £31.25 we should be looking at. £31.25. And that's how much you would be paying, and then our brooch. But today, rather than £31.25, isn't that beautiful? The bobby pin. It's going to be £24.95. So instead of £31.25, £24.95, because you've got one of the rarest quartzes in there, the rutilated quartz. You've got 2 strands of one of the richest of the quartzes there, again, the amethysts. And this one here, is it the nuggets? Yeah, they're brand new. That's a brand new strand in, completing this. And let's not forget, you know, something like that's a sterling silver mounting, isn't it?
And if people are into the polymer clay or jewel enamel,
of course, yeah,
they could use that in
you
in lots of different ways.
Because of course your remit is just to use what we give you, but absolutely you could use that, like you said, with the enamel, your polymer clay, your silver clay, solid sterling silver. I can't imagine you're paying less than £10 for that. I mean, I think that's an absolute bargain. So even if you took that £10 just for that beautiful silver mountain, because you think a silver ring, and that is really thick, there's a lot of silver in there. There's more silver in there than you would get in a silver ring, actually. Because you're lucky if you get about 2 grams sometimes in a
And on the
standard
necklace,
ring.
I actually cut off the bail.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
But it was hard to cut.
Was it?
Oh
Because the
gosh,
silver
it
was
was
that
quite
thick.
chunky.
Yeah.
So it took some effort to actually get that bail off.
So probably maybe, you know, from jewellery maker standards, we'd be lucky to get that for 10, maybe more like 15, 20 pounds. So I'm just focusing on that because of the precious silver. And then we've got 4 strands of precious gemstones as well. So £31.25 is a bargain, but even better, £24.95. And of course, we've got February's birthstone and the amethyst there, February's birthstone for the Valentine's, maybe. All right, I've done enough talking. Let me bring in the wire very quickly, and then we'll get started. I'm sorry, Janet.
No,
I
no
will
problem.
shush, because we have used a bit of wire, haven't we?
Yes.
So let's bring a wire bundle for our viewers as well on the screen. Now, this is 100 metres of both. And then what we'll do is we'll have one on the bottom of the screen, one at the side of the screen. So you've got this twilight kit there, and you can see the wire bundle as well. So both 100 metres, one is the 0.6 and one is the 1mm. Your favourite, 0.6 and 1mm there, gorgeous. That's what we had in the other kit, wasn't it? 1mm and 0.6.
It is, yeah.
Just by coincidence. I know you love your 0.8. That bargain was brilliant. But 200 metres there. So this is a different little extra, but we're going to see what we can do on the price for you there as well. Tell you what, we'll start doing our little demonstration, and because he's determined to bring that down in price for you.
Good.
So we'll
worth
just
waiting for.
Worth waiting for, yes. So let's
okay.
we'll start on our demonstration.
So if we go for the necklace first, on that particular one, on the round section with the silver, I cut off the bail, so you can see the bail isn't on there. But with this one, I'm going to actually leave it on to show that you can do it both ways. Okay. And of course, if you leave the bail on and then you want to change your design, you can just cut off the gemstones and use it again.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So for the demo, I've left the bail on.
Okay. Okie dokes, lovely, thank you.
So if we start with that middle section, what I've done is I've wrapped the amethyst chips around and added on these little loops, which the necklace, the main body of the necklace, will come from.
Okay, so when you say wrapped around, what have you used?
I'll show you how to do that.
Darling.
So to wrap them around, all I did was wrapped around the bail a couple of times just to secure the wire, and then linked on, and I'll go through now and show you how to put the chips on.
Lovely.
They are really lovely as well.
Oh, and there's so many of them, isn't there?
They are, but under this light it's going to be hard for me to...
I know, everybody says the same thing. It's only the heat-seeking missile that is marked that can just go straight into where the hole is, but the rest
I don't know how he
does
it.
I don't know how he does it.
No.
It's uncanny.
There we go. That's not too bad. Right, so what I've done is three of the chips, and then we're using sort of the tiara technique. So if you hold them on, put them on, hold them in, push your wire through and wrap around. Pull that through again and wrap that around just to secure that. So what I did, and I just did that until I came to a section where I wanted to add on, I'll do one more and then I'll show you how we added on the little loops. Oh, not too bad. How's that?
How many loops did you have in total on your?
4.
On your 4.
Yeah, so we've got the bail is where the cross will hang from, and then the 2 on either side.
Gotcha, yeah.
So you've got the drape, and again hold them on. That's probably a bit too chunky, but actually I'll take one of those off so it's a overlap, and again hold it against the edge of the pendant bail frame and wrap the wire around. If you go around a couple of times, just to make sure that it's secure and it's not going to slide.
Yeah.
So you've got that there. So now we want to add this little section here.
Mm-hmm.
So if we take another piece of the 0.6, straighten it out a little bit, and then hold it onto the edge of the frame, and then just hold it enough that you're going to be able to use for your add on your beads, and then just simply wrap it around and pull it quite tight so you've got that. Can you see that? And then round again, just halfway around, and cut off a section so that you can squish it against the bail so you've got it there. Looks a bit messy at this point, but the chips will hide it.
Right.
So if you just then flatten that down, squeeze it against the bail and pull it out, you've got that. So that's what we're going to then
put another bicone onto, and
yeah, but we use the chips.
Oh, sorry, chips.
Actually, I'm just trying to think what I did. No, actually, I didn't use the 0.6 on that. Can I take that off? Do you mind?
You can. This is what JewelleryMaker is all about.
I want to do it properly. I don't want to
I'll bring the price out
people
for this wire.
Okay.
While we'll just pretend it never happened. To recap. So we'll get the wire price out for you. BYGC27. You should be paying $47.90 for 100 meters of the 6.6, I should say, and 100 meters of the the 1.0. So we've done everything we can. Every penny off that we physically can today is to give you an even better offer rather than £47.80. £36.75. So, I'll do the maths, £11.05 saving there. Should be £47.80. So £11.05 saving. And that is your silver plated. It's a silver plated copper wire, don't forget, silver plated, and 100 meters of both, 0.6 and the 1.0. And at the bottom of the screen is Designer Inspiration, the amethyst, the agate, the rutilated quartz, that sterling silver pendant bail for £24.95. And it should have been £31.25 if memory serves me right. So we'll recap.
Yeah, and actually
recap,
it was right.
There you go. You doubted yourself there.
I doubted myself, but I did use the 0.6.
Okay, my love.
For some reason, I just thought that the 0.6 wasn't going to go through the chips, but of course it does.
So where do we got to, honey?
Right, so we got to this section.
Right.
Here. So what I did, I took it off, but I've just put it back on.
Okay. That's the brilliant thing about jewellery making, though, isn't it? You know, if anything goes wrong, you just start again, or take it apart.
Yeah. I've actually pulled that too tight. Right, there you go.
So the 0.6 gone through the nuggets.
So we've gone through the nuggets, and then I've got this little section here now, which I've got to cut off again, which I'll do now. Yeah, I don't know why, but
you doubted yourself there. Well, because sometimes the nuggets are so fine, they do need a finer. But 0.6, you know, goes through it quite well. So now we've got the bail where the cross will hang from. Mm-hmm. You can squishy that up a little bit more if you want. And then we've got the 4 points where the necklaces are going to come from. So then what I would do is I'd continue around, and I won't do that now. I'll just do one more just to show you how, just to recap on that, if that's okay. Yeah.
Again, finding the little hills. Right, I'll just put 2 on. So again, it's sort of like the tiara technique. Wrap it around. And wrap it around again just to secure it, just in place. And then what I'd do is I'd just continue on down the rest of that until it was all completely covered.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'll cut that off and we'll go on to the next stage. And then when you get down to the bottom, I would just wrap around the bail just to secure the wire, squish it in so there's no sharp edges, and then it's ready then just to sort of connect things to. So that's your main connector in the middle of the necklace. Okay, so we go on to the cross and the section that we're going to hang the cross from. So the cross is going to hang from this section here, and that's the cross. So what we do is you take a piece of, I'll do it from scratch. Right, take a piece of the 1mm wire. You don't need a very long piece. If you want to make, obviously, if you want to make a bigger cross, you need to add more. So just a couple of pieces, one for the cross section and one for the main part.
How long would you say that is, honey?
Again, I mean, it doesn't really need to be that long. It only needs to be a little bit longer than you're actually going to be using.
Yeah.
But I've used 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 beads in total in the body of it here, and then 4 across. So it doesn't need to be much longer than that, really.
Yeah.
But I
you
usually
give yourself a little bit of extra.
I like to have a bit more to play with. Right, so we've got those 2 sections there. So if we take the round nose pliers and in the middle of the shortest one, put them in, wrap that around so you've got the little loop there. Put the 1mm through, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that just to sort of close that up a little bit. It will kink the wire, but you know, don't worry about that. You can always straighten it out afterwards. Looks a bit bizarre to start with, but we will get there. Right, so take the longer piece, and then what I do is I use this to make a bit of a bail. So make the round, if you've got bail pliers, just make a little loop, kink that back, and then just wrap that round just a little way just to secure it.
That's the top of our cross, isn't it?
Yeah, as tight up as you can. Snip that off. And flat nose pliers and squidge that down. I would probably have that a little bit tighter up so you can just pull that up so you've got that loop. At that stage, you could sort of make the hat pin then from there.
And half the stock of the wire has been allocated as well, just so you know, because that should be £47.80. It's £36.75, so £47.90. So £11.15. I got it wrong. So yeah, so half the stock's been allocated there, and that's just this code up here on the right. And the kit we're working with at the moment is just at the bottom there, and that should have been about £31.25. So big savings. Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay. And then once you've got your loop at the top, thread on 3 of the gemstones. You can put them in whatever combination. I've kicked that back just a little bit so it's centralised. Whatever combination that you want. And then slip on the loop that you've done, and then continue putting on the bicones, which are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, they are. And you've just gone amethyst agate.
Yeah,
amethyst agate.
But again, you could just use all the black, or you could use all amethyst. You could do, you know, whatever you want, really. Right. So we'll get that one on. Can you see that? Pick another one. It's easier, hopefully. Right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. I've done that wrong, haven't I? There. You might as well do it right. There you go. And I think one more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so when you get to the end of there, just hold that quite tight, kink the wire back, turn it over, and then just sort of, I don't know, about a centimetre or just enough for you to make a little loop at the end. But again, it depends how big. If you might want it sort of a bit bigger or smaller, it's up to you. So there you go. So that's the main body of it. Yeah. There you go. So now we need to add 2 beads on either side. And I've added an amethyst
The wire that we're using as the basis of the cross is
a 1 mil.
1 mil.
It's the 1 mil, yeah.
And then we're going to wrap with the 0.6. Yeah.
And again, you do exactly the same. Kink that back. Cut that off. Oh, sorry. Didn't catch it in time.
It's great that, yeah, the thickness of that 1 mil does actually go through those bicones,
yes,
doesn't it? Again?
Yeah, it's great. And then again, I'll just do this quickly and then we can get on to the interesting part of wrapping. Right, okay. So there's the other two. It's all a bit sort of floppy at the moment, but once you've wrapped it, you get the, it's really secure then. I'm going to actually cut off a little bit more of that. And then wrap that around, too close to the edge. Right, okay. So there is your cross. A bit floppy, as I say, but
we're going to wrap now.
Once we wrap it,
create a more rigid structure.
Yeah. So if we just sort of make sure that it's in the right shape, the shape that we want it, cut off a length of wire. Don't know, about an arm's length.
About, yeah.
Thereabouts.
And this is the 0.6.
Sorry, I don't want to catch you with it.
Oh, it'll be my own fault for standing too close if I do, so don't
actually,
you worry.
I won't cut it off. I'll cut it off a bit more so you don't. Right, so now get to the, hold the bail section and just wrap the wire around that section just a couple of times just to secure it. And then I think it depends. I had this bit at the front because we've just got the one little wire there. So once it's secure, just take the wire, hold the bail, take the wire, if you can see that, let me just, and wrap it over the first stone, over the second stone, and then over the third. So you've got that. 3 of them are wrapped like that. Then take it behind that, so that the top 3 are wrapped. And if it slides around a little bit, you can just pull the wire back into shape.
Yeah.
Right, so once you've done that, those first 3, then the wire's here, so come and do these 2.
Ah, right.
So you go round,
the arms kind of thing.
And then do that section. So you've got the 2 done there. And then this is where it starts to overlap. Go back across those. So you then cross those and cross that one. And back through here.
Because one side is crossed and one side is just looped.
It's sort of a bit plainer. So if we go across there and then come back here. So you've got this section then is crossed and you're ready then to do this section. So go over again, over that one and over that one. And don't put too much tension on it, keep it quite loose. Because if you put too much tension on it, it will sort of move around and the wire will have the tendency to slip between the beads. So there, and then around that loop on the end and back, across and cross again, and then you're here at that section. So it's the first section is the top, then one of the arms back to the centre, the other arm back to the centre, and then you're ready to go down here. So wrap around that one and that one, that one. So once you've sort of already, you can feel the structure of it is
firming up,
and then it's back, cross over, and it's the same technique as the bracelet, the ring. So again, this as in the other design, this technique can transfer over into other pieces. So once you've got back to the middle, once you got back to the middle of the cross, you're ready then to cross over the top 3. So you cross over the top 3. That one's shoved around a little bit. I've gone too tight. There you go. So there, your cross is completely crossed.
On one side, on the other.
But then on the other side, you've just got, if you push things back into place, you've just got, should have just the loops in between, but the plain beads. Right, so then next we need to cut off this little section here, this little tail that we had to start with. We want to get rid of that. And then what I did, I'll flatten that down a bit just so that it doesn't cause any problems. I wrapped this around and then just continued wrapping just to make a little bit of a feature of the actual bail, which looks a bit wonky now. But that's the thing with the wire, you can sort of manipulate it and jiggle things around. And so there, we're making sort of a feature of that. Come to the back to finish it off, just go to the back, snip that off about halfway along, take the flat nose pliers and squash that in, so then you've got no rough edge, sharp edges there. And then you can sort of, I would have done that a little bit neater there. I've probably rushed that a little bit. There you go. There you go. So that's the actual, that's the cross. That's the main section of the cross. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, yes indeed.
So you could literally attach that to the bail and have it straight from there. Or I've added a couple of rosary links.
Yes, just give it a bit more length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And should I just go through the rosary links?
Please do, yeah,
Is
yeah,
okay?
because there might be beginners watching and...
Right, so for the rosary links, we just take out a piece of the 0.6, which is what I've used for this. Take the end of the round nose pliers, just make a little loop and kink it back. So you've got sort of like an eye pin there. Then drop on a bicone or the chips. I've done rosary links on all of them, so we've used them for both. So then just take that, I kink that back a little bit, cut off about 1 centimetre or thereabouts, and then just take the round nose pliers again.
Everybody's loving this, by the way.
Good.
Loving this. Kathleen, yes, the ring mandrel is circular, but of course it narrows, it goes from G up to, is it Z? Does it go from G to Z?
I think it is, isn't it?
I think it does, yeah. Let me just check. Here you go. Yeah, G to Z. It is circular, but of course it graduates, if that makes sense. So sorry, Kathleen's texted in. So there you go. And this is what Janet was using earlier. So it does narrow up to the smallest size it goes to is G, and then up to Z. But we do have the plastic one. So sorry to digress there, Janet.
Don't you worry.
And this is the other one. This may be what Kathleen's after. This is the one that is the plastic one, and this has the triangles, the square, the rounds on there as well. So we'll just get the graphics up for this on the screen. So this is the other mandrel, if that's what you're after, Kathleen. NTCR17. So it's got the squares, the triangles, and there's the bargain price of $2.95. So it's just on your screen right now. So they're the two mandrels, but we'll carry on with because we were just making the sort of the rosary style of the chain. But while I've just very briefly got a lot of texts asking.
Okay.
What was that darling asking for the pink wire as well? So shall I get that on now? They're asking when's it coming. Let's get it on now, because we could be making our rosary with the pink wire as well. Let's get that on the screen now. Our pink wire is the 0.25, and you've got 100 meters of the 0.25, and you've also got 100 meters of the 0.8. So it is the 0.25 and the 0.8, 100 meters of both. And that is the bright fuchsia pink. We'll give you a bit of a bundleicious wire gorgeousness on that. Gorgeous to mix with the silver. Divine with the black. And you know, if we've got time, I might even bring that beautiful rich purple amethyst as well that we've got, because that looks so nice with what you're doing right now. In fact, I will bring that for you in a bit, but we'll bring this fuchsia pink delight to you. YLGC36. Because again, I'm just thinking that lovely wrapping technique you've done would really stand out, wouldn't it?
With the pink, it would be
yeah, just gorgeous. 0.8 and 0.25. Price you should be paying $34.90, but not today. let's just see what we can bring you in terms of a massive saving. So we know you're loving your wire because you're loving the wire demonstrations. And don't forget to text us in as well. We've had a couple there on various questions. 60888, isn't it? 60888 we are, yeah? Sorry, 60, where's the 8 come from? 60777. 24.95. So a good saving there, double figure savings there. 60777 to text us in. If you've got any questions for Janet, let us know live on the show. JM Studio, start your text JM Studio, and then normal network charges apply, and we know we'll try our best to answer, you know, the question if we can. Alrighty, so we were just making our rosary chain and we were using the 0.6.
0.6, with this we're using the bicones because we just want to make this little section that's going to attach the central loop to the cross.
Lovely.
So what I did for this particular one, I made 2 of those little links, and the third link on here I've made it a little bit larger just so that it will fit through the bail, the silver bail. So again, make the little loop, put on a gemstone, and make a larger loop at this side. So just take your round of pliers right up as far as you can go and wrap that around. Kick that back into place. And you can either just cut that off and leave it as it is, or you can do it as a wrapped loop.
Yeah.
Shall I show you the wrapped loop?
Yeah,
just in
please
case
do,
people
darling.
don't.
Yes. Yeah.
So with that, you get to that section, pop it through your bail loop here, and then hold that loop, wrap that around a few times. You don't have to do it that many, I probably get carried away. Just to secure it, snip it off and squish that down so there's no sharp edge, but then you've got that on there secure, and that's not going to come off.
Yeah, yeah.
And then to attach the others, it's simply opening up, if you can work out which side is the opening section. There. So open that up, drop on the next bead and close. If you close it quite tight, there you go. And then the next one, that one, drop that on and close that.
Janet,
yes.
We want to know what your website is again.
myjewellerydesigns.com.
Get the pen out. myjewellerydesigns.com. Because we've had requests. They didn't write it down, you see.
Right.
So we need to know. So there's our little rosary chain attached to our silver pendant bail that's encrusted with the nuggets.
That's it.
And we've got our 4 points there to attach our chain.
So now we'll attach the cross to that bottom loop. Yeah. And to do that, it is again simply open up
always
the
towards
link.
you or away from you, isn't it? So we don't compromise.
Yeah, that's right. You just don't want to put too much pressure on any points. So there you go. So that is that section. So you've got your cross. I've actually, the colours here, I've alternated them on the original design, but you can put them however you want.
Yeah,
you've got the central section, which is the amethyst, and then from here we've got the 2 necklace sections which are going to come off.
So this is lots of almost mini versions of what you've just done, really, isn't it?
It is.
But with a bit of an interruption from the nuggets.
It's the rosary chain. Again, the inner one is alternated with the bicones.
Yeah.
And the outer one is alternating with bicones and the chips.
Yeah, so you have the bicones and then the chips in a little...
Yeah, just to sort of mix it up a bit.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Philip, what was that you said, my darling? Philip's admiring the fact that it's a lovely long necklace, but it isn't a thin long necklace. There is that width because you're doubling up the neckline there.
And that's what I wanted sort of like the traditional rosary style.
Yeah,
but put sort of a bit of a different twist on it. So you've got that drape on either side with the chips.
Beautiful.
And as soon as I saw the bicones and the gems, immediately this design just sort of came to mind.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yes, if you wanted it shorter as well, more choker length, it's almost like a collar, isn't it?
You could just take off the links at the back.
Yeah, beautiful. Could even sort of create something that was adjustable in that effect, couldn't you really?
Easily, yeah.
Have a part of the necklace where you could make it shorter or longer, depending on what you're
wearing.
wearing.
And then the section at the back could drape down, down the back. Yeah, that's right.
Look at us.
Lots of almost like it was planned. Right, so we've got that section. And so now we create these sections, but it is literally, as we've just done, the rosary chain, the rosary link, and the inner section is this, and the outer section is exactly the same technique, but what we've done is the inner section is alternating the bicones, the outer section is bicone chips along, and at the end I've put 2 chips because that's what's going to form the back of the necklace that isn't doubled.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Because we go to 1. If I just show everybody what we mean, that's what's Janet referring to there. Here, darling. This bit here. The 2 become 1. So if you just link those 2, you've just linked them literally as you've just attached to the bail there. Yeah. So we've just attached on a loop.
I'll show you how we attach that, and then the last 2 links actually just form the 1 section at the back.
Okay.
So if I add those on now quickly and just show, and again it's open them up, and what I find is easiest for me when I'm working is to do all the different components as we've done this and lay them out.
Yes, yeah.
And then I can see where I'm going.
Where you're at.
Yeah. I like to try and be organised. Doesn't always work. Doesn't work most of the time, but I'll give it a go. So there we go. So we just simply attach those. I'll do the other side, and then at least we can get sort of a finished product.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll count up. But your inner length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those bicones. Yeah. And your outer, you've used 5 of the bicones, and in between roughly about 5 nuggets, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then another one, 6.
Yeah, 6 of those.
Not many of this bundle left at the bottom of the screen. We'll get that up again for you. Sorry, it's the main one up here. No, that's my mix of metals up there. That's going to be my wire. Oh, not many of this left either as well, of my wire. So if you want to take advantage, this should have been, it was close to 100, was it? £99. Ah, right, so this was going for 99.80. I think you got it for 60. Oh, that was the silver, that was one deal. And then we had another deal, which was the point, which was it the 0.8, was it? The 0.8, there you go, which is on your screen right now. These are all just the wire bundles we've been doing today. This is 400 metres, this is 100 metres of each. You wanted to recap on it. They were all the 0.8 gauge, NIG-C46 in the copper, the silver, the bronze and the gold. And that, yeah, was 15p a metre. There we go. Sorry, yeah, that was the one that was close to 100, wasn't it? Forgive me. 90. How much that was? £40 saving. Forgive me. Yeah, I'm mixing up my metals. My 2 silvers. How much were my 2 silvers? They were a great deal as well, but I can't remember now how much they were. £47.90. Well, that was a big saving anyway, wasn't it? £47.90, and I think it was. There's been that many bundles today, Janet, hasn't it? I mean, we couldn't quite get over the £60 one.
No.
It's at the bottom of your screen now. It was for £36.75. So that was the silver. Forgive me, I'm mixing up your bundles there. So that was the silver had the 0.6 and the 1 millimetre, 100 metres of each. It's at the bottom of your screen now for £36.75. RAG-C25, and at the top of your screen in the larger writing, that is the NIG-C46. A few of you saying you missed it. You got 4 of the 0.8, 100 metres in the copper, silver, bronze and gold, and that's the one that should have been about £99.80, I think it was. It was roughly almost a £40 saving there. I digress, I apologise.
Don't you worry. I'm always up for
Well, we've had a few texts in saying they missed that bundle. Could we get it up on screen again?
Right, so now you've got your 4 chains, rosary chains, attached to the central point. So what I did then is attach this to here and here. So the last point, did I do it on the last point? Yes.
Yes, yeah,
so
you left one bicone.
Yeah,
and then
the last bicone. So open up the end of your bicone rosary. Again, open up the right one, Jan. There we go. And then take the last bicone on the outer section and simply drop it on. So you are simply just attaching that, close that up, and then you get that section there. So I'll do that quickly on the other side so that we can see the effect. And that gives you that drape then on the outer section.
Yeah, that kind of
so you
collar
get that
effect,
drapage.
yeah.
or whatever word it is.
I say drapage.
Drapage, it's a good word.
I'm not even sure if it's in the dictionary, but it
It's a good
describes
word.
exactly what we're trying to say.
Yeah. Right, so there you go. So you've got that, like that. So when it's actually on, you've got that sort of, that drapes down.
Loop.
And
Yeah,
that's
beautiful, yeah.
there. So then we've got this section across it. So you've got 4 of the amethyst that go across the back. And then what I did is added the 2 clasps, the hook and the eye. I'll put those there so you can see those.
And this is the 1mm
The
that
1
we
mil.
gave you.
So shall I go through that and show you how we did
please
that?
do. We may have to just be very quick with our brooch, but
Okay.
that's
If
okay.
I show you the hook, I'll show you one of them,
Okay,
and
darling.
it's the same technique
Same
for the other one.
principle. Lovely.
Okay, so we can do it quickly. I'll show you the hook first because the hook is probably the most
More complicated of the two, yeah.
Right, so fold that over. Piece of wire over. I'm doing it a bit quick, so you probably need to take more time. Squish those together so they're sort of close. That's a bit bumpy, but you get the idea. So go down about an inch, inch and a half or something. Take the shorter end and wrap that around, just a little way. There you go. Snip that off. Squish that down. So it's not sticky out. That one is a bit, but I'd spend more time flattening that. Sorry, I'm all over the place.
No, you're fine, darling. We're following.
There we
We're
go.
following. It's absolutely fine.
Right, so then drop on a bead, make a little loop at the end, which is what you're going to then attach your rosary
Necklace
chain to.
Yeah.
Hands are slipping, I'll hold it with that. And then wrap that around once, so you go across, and then
It's almost caging the
wrap
amethyst,
it.
isn't it, or the agate,
yeah,
whichever
wrap
you
that
choose.
back round. I would do it a lot neater than this, but just so that you get the general idea of how we did it. I'd squish that down so that it's not sticking out. There you go.
Lovely.
And then simply curl that. I'll use these ones because they're a bit bigger. Curl that back.
With a
Kink
little
it back.
kink.
And then perhaps put a little kink on the end just to give it a bit of detail. And
Beautiful.
And that's your little hook. And the other one is done exactly the same, but instead of creating the hook, you just do a round.
A loop, beautiful.
Just do a little loop. And then you just simply attach those to your necklace. Open that, put it through the little eye that you've created, and close it.
Gorgeous.
You do that on the other side, and then that links together. And that is it.
Beautiful. I'm going to bring on the purple wire.
Okay.
That's fantastic, Janet. It's just perhaps we can talk through the briefly the components of the brooch, because I think it's nice. It's not something we see very often to be able to make your own bobby pin as well. But I'll get this purple wire on screen if that's all right with you, my darling. And don't feel rushed, but
no.
it's just so we can talk through it. That would be brilliant, my darling. We're going to do a very special deal on this purple wire now, because of those amethysts and those agates being so beautiful. It'd be nice to have this rich purple wire in there as well. And this wire is 0.8, so it's that great sizing, Janet's favourite there. You've got 100 metres. It's the real dark blueberry purple. It's gorgeous, isn't it? And you think about those amethysts there that Janet's using, and the dark black beautiful agate there as well. Just they go perfectly with it as well. And we wanted to bring you lots of fantastic wire offers today, because of course it being the expertise of Janet's style. 100 metres, it's the 0.8, it's EGZX77. Let's bring you a great offer on this wire, because you should be paying $24.95. It's 100 metres, don't forget. On our own website, $24.95. We're going to give you a massive saving. Let's take a quarter of that price off. Not $24.95. £18.71. 25% off the original price. £18.71. It would look beautiful, for instance, mixed in, just thinking of the wrapping that Janet's been doing, sort of mixed in with the gold there as well. Gorgeous. That would just light up any of your gold wires that you've got. Even the silver as well that Janet's just worked with would be beautiful. And that fuchsia would be fantastic as well. It just works with all of them, doesn't it? Oh, we've got to have it, haven't we, Janet?
Got to.
It does look quite. It does look quite black on the screen, but it's a very blueberry purple, isn't it? It's a blackcurrant purple, isn't it? It's a really rich colour there. But of course, you'll be able to see that for yourself when you get it home. That's what your 30-day money-back guarantee all about. So it's a real rich, metallic blackcurrant colour there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, we'll leave that with you with that 25% saving. We'll touch on the brooch because this is gorgeous.
So we did the pin, but what I'll do first is I'll show you this section, the flower section.
Lovely.
Just so we do. Quickly, I've made a section that we're looking at going to. So what they're a section of the drops, and each of the drops has got this little wrapped section at the top. They're just so pretty, aren't they?
So pretty. And is all that one continuous?
Yes. So what I did, so this is the section that we're looking at sort of making. So all of them are wrapped all on one piece of wire. What I did for this, I used the 0.4.
0.4,
just for ease, really. So I'll just do 3 of them, just to show you the idea. So you put your gemstones onto, however many gemstones you want on your brooch, onto the 0.4. And then what I did, I wrapped around a little way, just to sort of space them out, really. So wrap around again, just so that they're sort of spaced out on the wire. So then I would continue with that all the way along. So we've got a long section of those, and then we get those out of the way. Each one then needs to be wrapped. So it's just bring the wire at the back and wrap. And if you bring it up halfway up the stone and let it slide down, it'll sit next to the wire that you've just put on there. So we're looking at wrapping that top section. So I'll do that pretty quickly, and then wrap around the bottom just to secure it, and then move on to the next one. You can just wrap that around. Doesn't matter about the wire in between looking a bit messy because that's hidden inside. So again, just go round and wrap. And what I did then is I did that to all of them. There you go. So I did that to all of them. So we've got this section. Those are just the 2 that I've just done. And then we've got this section here. Right? So from that section then, that's what we're going to wrap and make the stones. But if we go on to the pin, if I do the pin, what I did with the pin, I took a piece of 1 mil. That's probably what, about 18, 19 inches or something.
Yeah, so.
Take the middle section,
excuse me,
middle section, wrap it around those pliers, and then just make that little kink. Try and keep it flat if you can. If you find it difficult with the pliers, try and use your hands, and then just wrap that around. It's probably best to do this after you've done the flowers, because you know how big you want your centre section.
Okay.
So you do that, and when you've got to that point, which is wrapped, take one of them and continue wrapping around, so you've got that at that end. So you've got that, one at either end.
And our silver wire's at the bottom there. It should have been 47.90, but it's 36.75.
Right, and then you take the section of wire, put it through, and pull, and wrap that around the edge of that. So you've got that, and then do the same quickly on the other side.
We're okay. We've got 10 minutes there, darling, so you're fine.
So there you go. So you wrap that, and if you can do them so that you're wrapping them, oh man, it's slipping now. There you go. There you go. So you've got that section. I'd probably make it a little bit bigger, but and if you wrap it so that you've got them coming both like that, so that they both come in the same direction. The wires are pointing then in the same direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okie doke. And then what we need to do is make the little pin and the little hook for the pin to sit in. So here, if we do it this way around. Take the flat nose pliers and hold them sort of wherever you want there, and then kink that back so you've got that angle there. And then cut off a section. There you go. And then round those pliers in. You don't want it too open, so near the narrow end. Pull that, it's a bit squiffy, but we can flatten that. There you go, so you've got that hook there. And what I did do on the other one is just wrap that back on itself, just to give it a little bit of detail. The only thing is, when it's sort of short pieces of wire, it's quite tough, so you've got to use a bit of force to do that. There you go. So you've got that wrapped, and that's where the pin will sit into once it springs.
And I guess giving it that extra coil just gives it that extra strength for the pin to slide in against. You
need to open it a little bit.
More sort of purchase there, isn't there?
So you've got that little hook, so that's ready for the pin here to sort of sit in. Right, so now if we take the round nose pliers here near the edge of the other side and wrap as close to the end of the pliers as you can, because you want sort of quite a tight wrap. If your hands are a bit slippy, I'll pull that with the not a very good loop. There you go. Sorry about that. Right. So you turn that round, put your pliers back in and wrap it again. Put your pliers back in. So what you're looking to create is a coil. My hands are sliding.
That's all right, it's the heat of the studio, don't you worry, it's fine.
So you're looking at creating that little bit of a coil, and that acts as a little bit of a spring. So that then is what the pin will sort of pivot from, will spring from.
Yeah.
You've got that, if that makes sense. Right, so then, if we kink it that way, so then it'll clip into there. So it's got that bit of a spring on it, so it'll drop into that seat there. So what you do, if you put it in there, get your cutters, and if you cut that at an angle, you want it not too far past where because you don't want it sticking out too far.
No, you don't want to be stabbing yourself, do you, when you're
if you cut that at an angle, you get that angle on it, and that's quite sharp. But you can then get a file and file it down, so that you get a
so you haven't got that bluntness going into your clothing, or
no, because you don't want to be damaging anything. So you want quite a sharp edge on that, and basically that's the actual frame.
Fantastic. That's brilliant.
I mean, it's not on its own, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's functional.
Exactly.
It does the job.
It's a homemade brooch from there. You could place whatever you want on the front there. Yeah.
And then, can I quickly just show you how to? So with this, then we take a piece of the points. No, we use 0.4 because it's just a bit easier for me to do now. Oops. Sorry about that. Right, if we take a piece of 0.4, I'll sort that out afterwards. And then start with the smallest section and simply wrap it around. Just wrap it until you've got sort of where you think you want the stones to sit in the shape that you want. I'd spend a bit of time sort of fiddling around with it, and then with this section that you've got here, put it through the centre, pull that, I'll tuck that in afterwards, and then go around, wrapping it around through the centre, pull it tight, and it'll slip between the beads. And then you just keep doing that. Go around it and secure it until you're happy that it's all.
I guess the
nice
same
and tight.
principle could be then attached to a hair comb or a tiara. But no, I love this brooch idea, especially for a big gem. You could just wire wrap that singularly on there,
and that's what you would do. And what I'd do is I'd keep going around and I'd make sure that they were in tight, and it was in the shape that you want. And if at that stage you think, oh, actually, it needs another gemstone there, you can just take one, put it on. If I quickly show you, I've kinked all the wire now, so it's a bit iffy to. There you go. I've put a dent in it. I've cut that off and show you from there. There you go. So So you can simply just add that on. You'd need a longer piece because then what you do is hold it sort of away, wrap it so that it's wrapped the same as the others, and then continue tying it in.
Place,
so you can add
as you go, if you decide you want it to be a bit more bigger.
Yeah, it needs to be fuller or whatever. So what you do is you do that until you're happy with the shape that you've got.
Beautiful.
And then you've got this piece of wire which you'd have a longer piece. So then take your pin, shift your pin out of the way, put that through the centre, hold it in place where you want it, and then again just go round and wrap. I can see, sorry, moving it around a lot. So there, so you go round the beads, pull it again, and it'll go in between the beads so you won't see that wire. And then simply just do that all the way around until you're happy that the stones are secure on there and they're not going to go anywhere.
Gorgeous.
And basically that's it.
Fantastic.
Sorry.
We don't get to see the brooches very often, you see. That's why I was intrigued with making your own sort of bobby pin, as it were. And
so it's quite a simple technique.
Yeah, but it shows off those quartzes beautifully, doesn't it? Because they're different sizes.
And what I would do is I'd go around it a few times just to make sure that it's secure, and then the end piece, probably wrap it around, just wrap it around one of these little sections here, and took the wire out of the way, and there you go. You've got your
gorgeous
little pin. A bit of a scraggy one.
I've had a question from Paula. Forgive me, I'm not quite sure I understood the question. Is it safe not to use wrapped loops on this project? Is that the question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Right. Sorry. Confusion.
On the links that I've used, I haven't wrapped them. They are just open and closed. Yeah, open and closed.
I'm with you.
I only did the wrap loop, one to show in case there was somebody who hadn't.
Oh, that's right.
Seen
it. We did that in the necklace way. Yeah.
But all of them, none of them are wrap loops.
None of them.
No.
We just showed it as an alternative. In the design.
But they are just all open and closed
loops. Yeah, I understand now. Forgive me, Paula. And yes, we've had the question. Yeah, we could use this technique in the hair combs. I guess then you just same principle. It's almost like knitting, sew it into the hair.
Exactly the same. Instead of wire wrapping it onto the brooch back, you just wire wrap them onto the.
Fantastic.
And another thing that you could do, like Victorians had brooches that they would turn into necklaces.
Yes.
You could just slip that onto a chain, so you can have that as a pendant.
Yes, indeed they did.
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's lots of things that you can develop it into.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, we love the designs.
Good.
We've still to catch up with Janet and, of course, the Candy Floss kit with the rose gold silver plated findings as well. That was a great saving. Those strands were working out about £4.50 or something each, weren't they? But we'll recap over that, of course, so you get the exact saving on that. £4.73 was it? But I've got the Diamond Sabrina Vote, which I've only got 23 strands.
Ooh.
Spinel, which, you know, we're just not able to source. I mean, this is from a closer deposit to the Mahenge mines. We've still got the peridot, and we've still got fantastic offers to come, so don't go anywhere.
Here at JewelleryMaker, we have many stages of quality control, from lab tests all the way through to our own in-house gemologists. We're confident with our quality, but we want to give you that peace of mind by offering you a 30-day money-back guarantee.
You can now keep in touch by liking JewelleryMaker UK on Facebook. Get interactive with JewelleryMaker.
When you place your first order with us, you will receive a free booklet and DVD full of handy hints, tips and tutorials to help you get started with your new jewellery maker hobby.
Tune in to the Miss It Miss Out show every day between 5 and 9 PM for our New Year's sale. We'll be going to low prices that you won't want to miss. All stock must go. The New Year's sale. Miss it and you'll miss out.
Guest designers Debbie Bulford and Rachel Norris to explore the endless possibilities of combining polymer clay and wirework. This DVD guides you through a variety of projects and will give you the inspiration you need to create your own designs. Advance your jewellery making and fuse your talents together with this amazing DVD. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with JewelleryMaker.
It is easy to donate to the charity cycle ride. Donate now by calling the contact centre or by clicking the donate option on our website. And thank you.
Okay, a lot to fit in this last hour, loads of goodies. I'm really keen to get going because I simply don't want to miss anything out of this goodie box out. And those diamonds and that spinel and the peridot. What was that, honey? Genius, is it? I thought you said devious. Well, I was being devious earlier, just whipping it out of the box and showing you. This is gorgeous. Yes, it's been named Nifty Shades of Grey. And it is sensational. 4 strands of stunning, and I think grey belies the beauty. Silvery gemstones, plus 43 pieces of 925 sterling silver findings. So what are you getting? You've got these fantastic, they look like mink. Silver mink coloured, because there is that little warmth in there. That's why I say mink coloured. Pearl frosted round beads, the shell beads, 10 millimetres. You've also got, there's some fantastic labradorescence, 35 carats of the labradorite faceted 4mm rounds. You've also got the Silver Dove Moonstone drops, glistening and shimmering with wonderful shades of tonality there. And they are graduated from 6.5 to 13 by 8, 60 carats. And then the large drops, as it were, the agate drops, 345 carats, and they've got such lovely marble markings on them almost, just beautiful. And again, there are some little caramel gold strands in there, which I think ties in beautifully with the mink shaded shell pearls. It is such a, yeah, it just, for me, it just looks like luxury, you know, the labradorite, the mink of the shell, the glow and the wistfulness of that moonstone there, and the lacy patterns of those beautiful agates. I just think it's heaven sent. Plus 43 sterling silver 925 findings. So within the sterling silver, we'll get a slide up. You've got the lobster claw, the toggle clasp and bar. The head pins, 15 of those that are 4 centimetres with the 2mm ball end. 7 inches of the sterling silver heart chain. 10 of the 2mm crimp beads. 10 of the 4x3 crimp covers. They're all silver, don't forget. 2 pairs of the sterling silver shepherd hooks. And then 3 of the 5mm open jump rings. Plus your black and purple drawstring bag. If I could only talk, it'd be marvellous, wouldn't it? Yeah, so 43, oh, here we go, of your sterling silver findings. There they go. So it's a wonderful kit ready to go. I'm thinking the fusion of this maybe with those gorgeous pinks, that the Candy Floss kit that Janet is working with, or do you know, if you want to add that little ice diamond quality as well, would be beautiful. Look at those diamonds, those blue diamonds with your silvery and the cobalt electric blues and flashes of that fire with your labradorite there. Oh, they really have the edge, but I've only got 23 of those diamond strands. Or my spinel even, adding fire and light with no masking in there. Such saturation of colour that is so intense and vivid. Just beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so with my 43 pieces of sterling silver, including the 7-inch chain, and those 4 exceptional strands of labradorite moonstone shell and almost like lace patterned agate, FGGC98, we should be looking at a price of £33.75 for this bundle. With, you know the silver findings, you know, that findings pack can be, what is it, £15 sometimes? £12.95, sorry, for that singular findings pack itself, which is a bargain by JewelleryMaker standards, £12.95. So let's take even more off. Let's give you that sumptuous labradorite with all that wonderful faceting and labradorescence. Those mink pearls, those beautiful droplets of moonbeams. At $3.50 a strand, plus your findings. So instead of 33, $26.95. And you know those findings there are £13. So those strands are working out, what was it, £3.58 strand. Incredible savings. Labradorite, you know, that strand itself, I mean, that should not be £3.50 a strand for labradorite. Excuse me. Look, if we got that for $7.95, let alone $3.95, and our mink shell rounds, they're just divine. Look at the impact of that. You see, we're thinking of the vintage inspired. Our moonstone droplets are just gorgeous. Look at the tones there. And they seem to have that inner glow, those moonbeam glows. And then couple that with, there are lace-like patterns in that agate, just sumptuous. You could add those diamonds as well, and it really is beautiful. There's less than 40 left now. There was 42 a second ago. There's down to under 40, so please don't miss out. We were 33 something, weren't we? $26.95. So less than 40 for our nifty shades of grey. So whatever you do, don't miss out, because the bundle is put together for the savings there. There's a massive saving. It will go back up to its original price of the separate components at 5 o'clock. Alrighty. I'm going to bring you the earring findings I didn't quite manage to do earlier, because I just thought they were so utterly beautiful. They would work so beautifully with the kit that we've given Janet. I love my earrings, but I rarely see chandelier styles like this, and we were thinking obviously the vintage tea party. You get 2 pairs, and there is so much rose gold and silver here. Look at this, but look at all the little connectors that you can dangle from with our chips. I mean, you can use them as connectors in your necklaces as well. I mean, it's not for me to say, but they make perfect earrings. You can have dangles and dingles every which way you look at it. Rose gold flash, sterling silver, loop earrings, 9 loop earrings. So we can have a little bit of danglage there. And in fact, you can actually make diamond earrings. Your diamond earrings. You can actually, oh, I mean, this is heaven. Look at that cluster of spinels, those colours there. Imagine those dangling from your drops. You might have one, miss one, have one, miss one. How beautiful would they be in a pair of earrings? And Janet said, oh, you know, a spinel cluster ring, maybe just, 4 or 5 in the cluster. Gorgeous. They are just so pure. These are beautiful. I love these. Really dynamic. Am I going to get on my high horse with you, Filippo? Because he's so naughty. There's so much in there. 2 pairs. Rose gold flash sterling silver chandelier. $7.95. Excuse me, I'd be hard pushed to get a pair for that much. This is silver. This is rose gold. A pair would be good at $7.95. Look at me waving my arms at him. You're getting 2 pairs. So me and Janet can have a pair each. I can make a pair, and then my mum says, oh, I like those. They are fabulous. Oh, we've got to have the spinel, that rare, beautiful spinel with the prices rising. Oh, let's move on to the spinel, because I am obsessed, it's true. Why am I obsessed? Because there's no grey masking, because they're so pure, because they fire up, they're singularly refractive like diamonds, because we can't get a hold of them, because this strand has honeycomb, golds, browns, blues, purples, rarer than your rubies. We're starting off, just so you know, with less than 50 of this exceptional strand. 46 only available. Merengue spinel might no longer be available, and this is from the Panko Valley, which is nearby, but now that has become barren. The operation is out of finance, it is barren. What you're seeing is a saturation of colour so pure, so intense, so vivid, it possesses a unique neon glow. You know, there's very little evidence of any masking. This is where secondary tones mask the beauty of the colour, like browns and greys. And you'll often see it in other gems, but the purity of the spinel, you know, in any lighting condition, it will glow. Look at those colours: cognacs, brandy, wine, pinks, purples, blues. I've never seen such a variety on one strand. Those reds are rarer than those beautiful rubies. Just wonderful. You can separate this strand into different colours, you know, the light, the pink, the purples, the browns, so rich in the magnesium. Because, you know, our friend Mark, our good friend, the Spinel mine that we visited last year on our sister channel, you know, recently called to say it's just no longer in production, that it's just no longer viable. And we've seen in recent times, this is a rising star in the gem industry simply because people often want what they can't get, because the price point they can charge higher, because the price point of this fine grade of Spinel in the last 3 years alone has gone up tenfold, while, you know, all natural coloured gemstones have gone up in price a lot recently. Spinel has risen far quicker than any other. It's just the truth of the matter, quite frankly. But that all aside, I'm not a mercenary person. It's the beauty, it's the rarity, it's the chance to have the Grand Duke, the 40 carats. I've got less than 40, I've got about less than 35 now. This is such an opportunity. Please don't miss out. It's going like hotcakes. I mean, you said, Janet, a cluster ring, didn't you? That would be beautiful.
That's what I would go for.
I was just putting those in a pair of those earrings. I mean, you could do a lot of the sparkle off these.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just counting up for you, Janet. 5, 10. They're in clusters of 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. There's 7 nuggets of 5 there. So they're over a carat each. Each Spinel is over a carat. That's amazing.
You'd get a couple of rings out of there. And
you would.
And the chandelier earrings that you
and
just
those
had,
chandeliers,
they would
yeah.
look right from that, you get a couple of pairs from those.
All I know is what my Spinel ring's worth. That ain't going anywhere, that ring. Oh, I love it. It actually, you know, I said about the price going up tenfold? The worth of my ring, my Spinel ring, is 10 times what I paid. 10 times! And that was years ago. So, you know, what we're about to sell this to you for is not the worth of value, but the beauty. Take it home and see. Don't even take my word for it. See that sparkle. Think your Alexandrites from Russia, your Paraibas from Brazil. My personal prediction, you know, this is coming into that vein, you know, so small pieces were, I'm talking past tense, unearthed each day, and none of the mines seem to be currently even covering their operational costs, so they're just not digging because so little is coming out now once they discovered that major pocket in Impanco. So yeah, just incredible. Yeah, 40 carats Spinel ring, Philip's looking at with silver. You're looking at how much? £50, 19 pence, that's a bargain for a 50 carater. £50, 19 pence. We've got 40 carats. You could put it in your silver. And oh, I love the fact I've got purples. I've got those reds, you know, they're rarer than those rubies because rubies can be quite sort of included. And yes, there are some with some little inclusions in there, but there is so much brightness, there is so much purity. You know, there were valuable, several valuable pieces weighing over 20 carats, and obviously this is to do with clarity, and they were sold for over $3 million. For over $3 million! Because the 20 caraters were so pure. Those are some of the pieces from that mine, but anyway, I digress. This is unbelievable. What an opportunity for the beautiful collectors to own something so beautiful, to be able to make something so beautiful out of this strand for a mere, oh, $29.95. It's just crazy town. I'm going to make me earrings. $29.95. Look, 5 little drops. Because we like the odd numbers. There's something about the odd numbers, isn't there? And clusters and droplets. And I love the shades of those pinks to the wines. And I can do that twice because it's there on the strand. Oh, or sort of the golden and the browns, or sort of the blue and the whites. Cobalt blue Spinel. Oh, heavens above. We used to put that in our sister channel on in platinum. In platinum. Just because it's so rare. Sorry, what's that, darling? We started with about 46, was it? The last 46. I've got about 26 left now. So on the website, 25 now. Check out that basket. You've got that 30-day money-back guarantee. But this is one of my top 3 gemstones. I love, love, love. Please don't forget to check out, because web buyers, phone buyers that are willing to pay there and then can take that from you. Look at that beauty, but look at it in your own personal confines of your home and think to yourself, where would I go in the design? And enjoy, because they are to be coveted, enjoyed, and treasured. They are stunning. Talking of stunning, I've only got, was it 23 strands of of the diamonds. In fact, the diamonds, the bluish tones of the diamonds, put those with those bluey whites of those spinels. Lots of you texting when the diamonds are coming. They are coming, but I've only got 23. See, I'd be tempted to put those bluey tones there. Anyway, I'm going to leave that with you. Well done, CPYY16. The diamonds are coming. The perido's coming. It's all coming. I've got my, shall we do my rose gold plated silver 1 meter of wire? Because again, I'm thinking if you want to create danglage from those rose gold flash silver chandelier earrings that you got for $7.95, this is identical to the yellow gold plated 1 meter of wire I did at the start of the show, but this is the rose gold plated now for you. Look at it springing up. It's that memory in the wire, isn't it? And this is, you know, this is the 1 mil gauge. I think the actual one I had earlier was 0.8, wasn't it? My gold plated silver was 0.8 at the start of the show. This is 1 mil, so that metal memory is even stronger. I mean, look at it, it's like a coiled spring. So I would say probably, Janet says you might use that 0.8, maybe make 2, maybe 3 rings, but here we'd definitely be able to make 3 because it's so much stronger, the 1 mil, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Because you don't have to go around the shank.
No.
One time round the shank would be fine.
Yeah. So we make even more than 1 time round, because nobody's finger is that big necessarily, is it?
No.
So we make loads of rings out of that. But it depended on our wrapping around the top, didn't
Depends
it?
what detail you're going to do.
Yeah,
but if you
exactly.
did like with the other gemstones, we did a cluster ring.
Yeah.
It'd just be literally threading them on, wouldn't it?
Threading them on, yeah. Or we can save this for our shank and use our 0.25 or something else,
For the
0.4,
top section,
and twist our lovely spinels into a cluster there. That'd be beautiful on a ring, wouldn't it? A little cluster. Let's do it for you. That's the 1 millimeter thick, don't forget. NIP073. $16.95. Oh my word. I know. $16.95. And it's so solid. It's 1 millimeter thick. So like as Janet said, you wouldn't need to use much for that shank, and wire wrap with something else. Could be 10 rings there. Just amazing. Right, let's move on. I've got so much to fit in. 2 minute madness. Everything, got 2 minutes to get everything I'm about to show you, and then I move on to the next thing. So if you haven't got it, get that code written down straight away, so perhaps you can ring up and get 4 or 5 at the same time, okay? Gonna get the clock on the screen now. Okay. Number 6. My rose gold bows. If you liked the bronze ones earlier, this is the rose gold colouring ones. Do you remember the big and the little? 20, 10 of each. In the smaller, the large ones were 2 centimetres by 3 centimetres. I even remember, it's committed to memory because I loved them so much. And the little ones were 2 centimetres, I think, by 12. Yeah. So the large and the small, 10 of each, rose gold coloured ribbons. We had the antique bronze ones earlier. Absolutely beautiful, but limited. I've got so few of these left now because they absolutely flew out. And either side you've got the connectors, and we said you could use them in your hair, your hat pins, your collars, features on the designs of your necklaces that are layered with the pearls, those pink pearls, those peach pearls. We're over a minute in, the price you will be paying, and literally these are, I think there's only like 43 or something of these left. 42, one already gone. FVGC 59, down to 38, down to 34, $11.95, 20 of them, last of stock. So the reason I'm going 38, 43 is that we're going down in number. These are the last. So if you love the rose gold coloured, so if you love it with that copper coloured wire and you want to match it all up, yeah, it's beautiful, all your rose gold findings. They're gorgeous. These are the last in stock. Once they're gone, they're gone. $11.95. Okay. I'll get the next one ready. 2 minutes for each. As soon as those graphics are on, you dial. Get that code written down. FVGC59. FVGC59. But I'm more worried about the fact that I have so few of these left now. Got to move on. This is my lovely lavender pink amethyst in my faceted. Well, I don't want to say. Well, it's almost like a Marquise's. Look at those. Beautiful. Real. If you love kunzite, you know the lilac lavender pink gemstone. This is the closest you'll come with affordability. I mean, just look at it's almost like a fire on the outside, isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? So feminine, isn't it? Beautiful, high end. The cutting just brings that gemstone to life. It's just sparkling so intently. 70 carats of that vivacious pink amethyst. Graduated faceted rice beads to be exact. 10 by 6 to 80 by 7. Let's get the 2 minutes on the clock. Gorgeous. Okay, we're down to less than a minute and a half. They are beautiful. I'm thinking of those bows. I'm thinking with, you know, morganite. I'm thinking of satin pearls. Oh, the beautifulness. Yeah. $10.95. Well done to everybody for getting in early. Get the code written down, so even if you've just missed that 2 minutes, there might be a chance. YSRU02, because once that minute's up, I'm going to be moving on to the next. Look at the faceting, look at the brilliance. You can't take your eyes off them, can you, Janet?
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
They are gorgeous, aren't
Edible.
they? So pretty. So much clarity there, so much light, isn't there? And they're just such a delicate colour, but
You just want to look at them, don't you?
you do just want to look at them.
Look at them.
Look at them at home. You've got less than 30 seconds. Look at them at home. She's desperately trying to jewellery make and look at the same time. It's not easy when you're trying to wire up and thread through, I can tell you that now. Down to the last 10 seconds, $10.95, 70 carats. They're still going on the phone there. You're going quickly. If they're in the basket, make sure you check them out because I'm on to the next. Get the phones ready, be ready, be ready. Mookaite nuggets. Now this is where I think you can mix your wires. Your yellow gold and your rose gold coloured copper wires. With mookaite, perfect, because that's almost what happens in the colours, isn't it? And your antique bronze. Mix in those wires with that mookaite that you got earlier. Right, EEG10 rather. I have double figures only of this incredible strand. Did you get those lovely ochre quartzite sort of marquise petals earlier? Because you could pick out the ochre ones, the burgundy ones, like a double strand. Beautiful mookaite. The motivational gemstone. At $1.95, first come, first served. I've only got 75 of these. People are buying too. Yesterday, people were triple buying in our price avalanche when we got down to $1.95. One lady bought 4 times. So how can you miss out? It is going to be a sellout, $1.95 with only just over a minute to go. EEGP102, 130 carats of mookaite. Motivational mookaite. Oh, it's just beautiful. Rich ruby reds and burgundies and ochres and golds and vanilla raspberry ripple ice cream. Oh, just gorgeous. I love looking at this gemstone. So much on offer. Browns, chocolates, honeycomb colours, butterscotch, oranges. It's got it all. And at $1.95, so have you. They're flying out. Don't forget to check out those baskets. Less than 30 seconds. 16 seconds left. Yeah? 10 seconds left. I'm down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gone. Have you got it? Did you get it? I hope so. Fingers crossed. Oh, iolite. Look at those drops. The water sapphire. Some very striking drops there. Blues and violets. Ios from the Greek ios meaning violet. Yeah, it's a lovely pendulote long wong, isn't it? So we can pick out, I mean, the two there, you could have a lovely pair of earrings. They're almost the same size and shade. But then some really lovely long elongated drops there. Some great variety there. The gem of clear vision, the gem of the blue waterfall blues with silvery greys in there, and there are yellows in there as well, one of the most heavily what we call pleochroic gemstones. So you see all that more than one colour in there. It's natural for this beautiful gem. In fact, you know when you almost look like in a vase or a tank and you see, I don't know, it almost looks like within it, it's almost like submerged beneath the water there, doesn't it? It almost looks like you're going down to the depths. If you look through it, there are some, yeah, there's almost like a little, looks like a little tree in there. It's beautiful. I don't know, they're all going to be different, aren't they? It looks like there's some foliage submerged in the iolite, the watery blues beneath the surface. Less than a minute left though, while I'm waxing lyrical about the beautiful iolite. QIR U13, 160 carats. Wow, that big one in the middle. $14.95 for the entire strand, and upon which there are, you know, approximating 11 gemstones. 30 seconds left and counting. We only have 2 minutes per auction. So get the code written, you know, if you're on the internet, brilliant. You just whack it in your basket, but so you don't lose it, especially that offer on the mood kite as well. Proceed straight to checkout. It is beautiful, isn't it? And beautifully rare. Don't forget those diamonds are coming, and the peridot. I haven't forgot, but I've only got 23 strands of those diamonds, and there are no other diamonds in the building, with no show of any more diamonds coming in the near future right now. Box number. Thank you, lovely. Ooh. I'm thinking of those lovely gold jaspers you had in that Starlight kit, that first one. Do you remember the ochre ones? Yes. These would look beautiful with it. I'm thinking toffee apples, conkers, chocolate, caramel. Are you hungry? Roast potatoes. Ooh. Sparkling. See, they're beautiful in themselves, would you agree? There's such lovely colours there, aren't there? With some banding, and they're faceted. They are, they're like a kind of distant relative of Botswana, aren't they, in terms of a deeper saturation. 10mm, the yellow agate. It's not really yellow, it's more of a burnished gold colour. 230 carats. And then you can see the clarity of the quartzes. This is the mix between your crypto and your macrocrystalline quartz. Large facets, sorry, large crystals, and then ones that are so small it just looks opaque. Like that. Just like that. Clear, opaque, clear, opaque. Hence the quartz and the agate. Right, I'm down to 54 seconds. $4.95, my word. I'm thinking of those lovely black bicones that Janet had in the second kit, Twilight. Beautiful, because of the sort of the rich ebony in there as well. And I like mixing up shapes. $4.95 is going to be another big sellout success. We've only got 2 minutes on each of these auctions, so as I said before, get the codes written down, get dialing, whack it in the basket. But when you can draw breath, proceed straight to checkout. Because as always, rolling over the 1p. And don't forget tonight, if you happen to be browsing Tinternet, the sale ends at midnight. Yeah, but we've got clearance on the live show as well at 5. TMGP 81. 3 seconds, 2, 1, gone. All right, darling. Shall we do some peridot? And I've got to do those silvery pearls. They're beautiful. Let's do my peridot. Peridona, to give richness. I want to see rich light, by which, you know, we could almost plunge ourselves into darkness and be illuminated in the studio by the glow of this fabulous gemstone. The quality on this strand is exceptional. And can you see why I say that? Can you see that glow at home? Can you see the way the rondelles, not just the faceting externally, are creating a lovely lustre of light on each one, but the inner glow of the peridot is so pure and in lovely mid-tones, you know, not too dark, so we start to suffer from, and this is what the gem can suffer from, light extinction, you know, not too light, therefore, not too dark so that we lose all that rich glowing birefringence, that double refractivity. Look how pure they are. Can you actually see there on the close-up the actual inner temporary thread running through it? Can you see that at home? Because I can see it here in the studio. That's how pure those peridots are. Can you see how they are actually glowing on the strand? And then, of course, we can see the outer luster because they're so beautifully faceted as well. Such a high-end strand, and there's so much, isn't it? Because that is a full length. That's not a 9-inch. That's a good long 18-inch strand. So we've got a massive 70 carats. This is one of the most beautiful gems under light, you know, like sunshine light or starlight even. It's just, oh, just lights up the room. It really does. It really has an inner energy of its own. The quality of this peridot really demand the quality. And often we go to the Hunan region of China to source this gorgeous gemstone, specifically because of the tone that I was just describing, specifically because of the colour vividness, the colour specification, and the quality. You know, you didn't see any inclusions there, did you, either? Very popular gem in the Far East as well now. Beautiful. August birthstone as well. But, been around for centuries. Been around for centuries. Ancient Egyptian times. Richness, glowing. It's got an effervescence. It's got an energy that is unsurpassed. Beautiful, beautiful. Lots of you there, brilliant, well done. I want to say huge congratulations to you. I've got a few more than I have of the diamonds, thank heavens. But well done, you clearly know quality when you see it. Oh my, do be brief, Filippo, $14.95. That is a steal. 70 carats. Of not just any 70 carats, the quality of the 70 carats we're able to bring you at $14.95 is tremendous. There must be close to 100 gemstones on that strand. I'm thinking that with those chandelier rose gold flash silver earrings with the 9 loops. Or, you know, we could afford to do a pretty cluster ring on that 1mm rose gold silver wire. And have those earrings to match and still be left over, pop those in between those green pearls for a bracelet. Oh, be loads, wouldn't there? Just some ideas. Oh, the amethyst. Now this would be so beautiful with amethyst. That amethyst kit you had.
Purple and green.
Purple and green, yeah.
Fabulous.
They are fabulous, aren't they? Anyway, I've got to go. I've got to move on. The diamonds are coming. I promise you. I'm going back to my 2-minute madness. Here we go. Box number 7, and I've got to do number, is it 9? Oh, lovely. These are my silver pearls. Now, these were such a success yesterday. Alison couldn't take her eyes off them because there is a pink rainbow orient on them. They might be like, say, grey. There's nothing grey about these. They are silvery. We've got 2 minutes back on the clock. And, you look at them, and she said yesterday, they're like a soap bubble, Fiona. And I'm like, yeah, I know, that glow over the horizon there. They are just a beautiful silver-coloured pearl, sizable pearl there, cultured potato-shaped pearls, 6x5 up to as large as 9. But we don't mind the potato shape because, you know, you look at them all in a row and they're just stunning. Again, beautiful with, I've got this morganite coming up, you know. Stunning as well. Were you lucky enough to get that lavender amethyst a minute ago that we did? Were you lucky enough? Yeah. Or these with those blue diamonds. Sensational factor. Let's bring the price on because the time is ticking. Just $6.95. Oh, I'm loving that. Let's make the jewellery. $6.95. Isn't that beautiful? They're gorgeous, those white quartz cubes. Gorgeous. Stunning. Under £7. Gorgeous. Silver. They're going to sell out JYP034. I think oh, you really need to be quick. I've got 21 left. I only started with 21, was it? That's how little were left from yesterday. So they're flying out, so be warned. Remember to check out. Congratulations if you're on the phone, you managed to get those. If you wanted to, do it now. Yeah, and I'm going to move on. People, well, somebody there bought 3, I don't blame you. Don't blame you. Oh, they're stunning. Let's do that white quartz, 'cause that's so pretty. I like the boxy shape, the cubic shape, the clarity. To my eye, absolutely flawless. Absolutely flawless. And hence they're like square diamonds. They really are. I'm not doing that to make you dizzy, but just to see that sparkle, those ice-white cubes. And they're lovely. 85 carats. Now, crystal referring to the crystal cubic shape. It's not glass, can I just reiterate that? These are quartz, pure quartz. It's just merely a matter of description. Pure crystal. It's a description of the ice whiteness, you know, to really relay that to you at home. EBGP55. How are you getting on with that challenge?
Okay.
You okay, darling?
We're getting there.
She's getting there. Just checking she's okay. Our lovely Janet there. Okay. Stunning. This is what I picked up with those lovely silver pearls. These are flying out as well because that's the first shape we've seen like this for 2 days, isn't it? They are only $5.95. They are gorgeous. Not only are they go flying out because they're $5.95, they're going because the quality is so pure, so beautiful. And the way they're sparkling on the screen there, imagine them sparkling on your hand in the jewellery or in your necklaces. They really have that ice white, searing brilliance. Really beautiful. So gorgeous. Whatever you do, don't miss out. They're flying out. Well done to you. If you're quick enough, congratulations. Stunning. I am gonna have to move on because they are going so quickly. I haven't even got the 2 minutes to do. Shall we fit in another one? You're there, EBGP55. Shall I do that morganite, darling? Number 9. Not often we get to see morganite, another fantastic high-end strand. The pink beryl, the pink emerald of the gem world. Look at that for a strand. Look at the colour saturation. How pinkety pink. The candy floss kit that Janet is working with, you know, this transcends it to another level, doesn't it? Your real high end. La Vie en Rose, as it's called. Beautiful antidote to stress. Perfect femininity. Suits any wardrobe. Gorgeous. With those silver pearls there. Beautiful. And again, perfect for the vintage tea party we're celebrating today. Beautiful with those pretty bows we had. Do you remember the bows you got? Oh yeah, you can make something very girly. Just, you know, a pretty morganite on a rose gold earring with a little bow. That's it. That's all you need, isn't it? It's a totally beautiful strand because the rondelles graduate from small to very ample large ones at the bottom there. That is a hefty carat weight, 75 carats. I love it. Because that is essentially, and then some, because my earrings, a morganite bracelet, isn't it? Hundreds. Morganite bracelet, I remember selling a morganite bracelet on a sister channel in a sort of a rose gold. It was at least £200, at least. Didn't have 75 carats in it. They were tiny. They were like probably about 3 millimetres across. Anyway, I digress. Have we got the 2-minute clock on? The clock has broken down, everybody. It's gone kaput. Sorry. It worked for a while. It was okay for half an hour, wasn't it? It's just gone, it's all right. You don't need to know. 75 carats, surely 75 pounds. Can we do 50? Filippo? Last in stock? Oh, shock-a-lolla-lolla. $27.95 for 75 carats. That is amazeballs. That is totes amazeballs. 75 carats, outrageousness of our high-end morganite, the pink emerald. Just look at the quality of that strand. Oh, again, it would transcend your jewellery. Put them with the softest of pearls, that beautiful sultriness. That's an incredible price, isn't it? 75 carats. That with your lovely pink amethyst. Oh, so pretty. Okay, have I got Botswana? Okay, darling, let's do it. You know how much I love it. Didn't have any yesterday. You starved me of it yesterday. I know, I've been spoiled. I've had it in a kit with Janet's. Let's just look. Let's just look and observe and love. Beautiful. There we go. Look at the gorgeousness. Don't deny the gorgeousness in your life. Don't deny the Botswana beautifulness. Just lovely, distinctive, royal agates. 185 carats, 16 by 12 millimeters. Look at that. Ah, just heaven sent. Beautiful. I love the way so many different colours there. All the banding, some you can see through, some you can't see through at all. The waves. You can always imagine the formation, can't you? Coming down the landscape, the waves of the lava. Ah, beautiful. ECGP27. Oh my word. Beautifulness, all of that beautifulness. We had to look at every individual one because they're all so gorgeous. Is a mere $7.95. I have nothing to say. 185 carats. What can you say to that other than don't miss out? We all need a bit of butter in our lives. Heavens above we do. 185 carats. Bargain. Absolute bargain. Let's fit in as much as we can, Filippo. Okay. We love these, don't we? Okay. We've still got to fit it in the diamonds as well, don't forget. Be ready, be ready, be ready. Okay, look at these. I'll take you through individually. There we go. Look at that. Blue coated agate with the clear quartz, basically like your druzy, isn't it? Your druzy there, growing on the surface. Beautiful. I've only got double figures in terms of quantity here. Aren't they gorgeous? So individual. Look at that colour. Yes, this is like the petrol blue effect, isn't it? Which is your favourite? Which are you going to wire up into that lovely bangle or that ring? The festival jewellery, as Janet was talking about earlier. Just beautiful, aren't they? I love that smoothness on the underside as well. I love that metallicness. I love that sort of druzy effect. Let me hold them all out for you. Look at that. 270 carats. Large nuggets, 5 on each strand. So everyone's going to be unique and different. And that druzy effect of the quartz growing within the agate there. Beautiful. AHGP 83. And for 5 ample gemstones there at over 50 carats each. 54 carats each on average. You know, you can't manufacture that kind of beauty. $12.95, a 54 carat minimum, because 5 times 54, 270. Have I done that right? Is that right, Janet?
Don't ask me. My maths isn't great.
I'm pretty sure I'm right. I'm pretty sure. $12.95. Wouldn't you just, if you made one piece of jewellery, wouldn't you just sell one of those at that price? All right, Janet, duck for cover. It's diamond time. I've only got 23. I've only got 23 strands. There are no other diamonds in the building. I spoke to, our boss earlier and I said, is there any others coming? There's no promise of any others coming right now. That's not to say we'll never ever have them again. That would be wrong and remiss of me to say. What I mean is there's nothing in the pipeline, certainly not before April. If you're thinking of April, I know you love your diamonds. These are my blue-green diamonds because you're getting both on the strand. 8 carats. The sparkle needs to be seen to be believed. Excuse me. And again, just stranding around one of the shanks of that lovely high-end silver rose gold plated 1mm wire, or the 0.8 yellow gold plated silver wire that we've done. Yeah, look at that sparkle. Diamonds. Genuine diamonds. Get your certificate of authenticity as well on our website. Print it off. 8 whole carats, not 50 points. Not 25 points. It is 100 points to make 1 carat. You've got 8 carats. That is 800 points. I'm just saying that for the benefit of people who have a half carat diamond ring. That is only 50 points. This is 800 points on this strand. So this is a meaty, hefty, big old carat weight of diamonds as a collective. That's a lot. It's so lovely. What would you do, Janet? I've got less than 20 already.
Again, with those chandeliers, to make some diamond earrings, just be fabulous, wouldn't it?
It would.
A diamond ring.
Yeah.
Fab.
And
Again,
imagine
a
that, your
cluster.
diamond earring ring set adding up to 8 carats.
Yeah.
You sound like Rockefeller, don't you?
It'd be fabulous, wouldn't it?
Do you know what I mean? Well, look, if we have 1 carat on a finger or 50, half a carat. I appreciate it's not a singular carat weight. You know, there's a lot of diamonds on this strand, but still, for 8 carats, you can still see they're a sizable size. I mean, I could count, but I'll be here forever. Right, to there, this about here, that's about 30. So let's double that up. We know we've got over 60 diamonds there. 8 carats. What's 16 to 8? Somebody quick with the maths. So 13 points each on average could be. If you've got 60, that was a quick fifi guesstimate. 16 to 8 carats coming in at 13 points each. That's a big diamond. And they're graduated, so some are going to be 20 points. A fifth of a carat each. Please stay on the phone. We are getting through the calls. These are the last 23 in existence in the building. And if it's just in the basket, it does not mean you own it. Another buyer can come on the phone line or be prepared to pay there and then on the website. And lots of you asking when it's coming back in. We asked the same question. We don't know when we get the diamonds again. Certainly no guarantee of any before April. And the only reason I say April is because it's April's birthstone. If you're thinking in advance for that gift, that cluster ring, as Janet said, or those earrings. So some of these are a fifth of a carat each because they're graduated. 8 carats. An 8 carat strand for as little. An 8 carat. Could we even get a carat of diamonds? A cluster of carat diamonds for $47.95? I don't think so. But we've got 8 carats for $47.95. That is it. No more diamonds in the building. Those beautiful blues and greens. It's the vanadium that gets into the atomic structure, the carbon structure of the diamonds that gives them their colour and that. This is why coloured diamonds are so rare, because the compact atomic structure of your diamonds, which is pyramid shaped, 2 pyramids back to back, is so... This is why diamonds are so strong, so tight, that very little can seep into the carbon to colour them. And that is why, you know, often your coloured diamonds, even when they're heat treated, are so rare, because you just know what you're going to get. You can have white diamonds, and you put them in to be heat treated. They might come out pink, they might come out red, they might come out black, they might come out green, blue. You just don't know. You just don't know. These are beautiful. $47.95, 8 carats of genuine certified diamonds, and you can actually get that certification printed off on our website. Very low on stock there. Well done, everybody. Proceed straight to checkout. I'm going to take them with me. I don't want to part with them because I might never see them again. I've got to go and show them to Janet because we love them. We love them. How are you doing, my darling? We're coming to have a catch up on your gorgeous candy floss section. We're going to get the bundle up on the bottom of the screen. Now, Janet had 3 gorgeous strands of rose quartz and 43 findings of rose gold plated silver with a 7-inch chain. And we were admiring it, so I was saying, what would you do, Janet? And then we decided to give it to her to make something. So it's nothing like planning, is there, darling?
Oh,
What do you think of those diamonds,
those
Janet? See,
nice.
what's not translating is that diamond luster, is it? How beautiful are they?
Oh, they're so sparkly.
Gorgeous. And they're
Such a
big,
lovely-
aren't they?
They are. They are larger than I thought they were.
Yeah, because it's not translating on the screen, is it? But
you can just see that sparkle.
You can't mistake it, can you? Beautiful, aren't
So
they?
you can leave those there.
Shall I just forget about those and leave those there with you, Janet? Yeah. Don't forget about them. Whatever you do, don't miss out on those. That is it. There are no other diamonds in the building. Once they're gone, they're gone. One last look. Is there any stock availability left? There might be a couple of strands left there. Good luck, everybody. Don't miss out. They're just too beautiful to miss out on. Right. You said you were going to make some elegant drop earrings. Now, this is what we gave Janet at the bottom of the screen. $29.75. It was a big saving. A big saving. And as you've promised, you said you were going to take 2 of those faceted rice bead rose quartzes. And you made beautiful, elegant drop earrings.
I did these ones as well, but I only got around to doing one.
Look at these, are gorgeous. So another pair in the making. This is with the square flats of the rose quartz as well. And this is using a bit of the heart chain that we gave Janet in there as well. That is gorgeous. That rose quartz is exceptional, isn't it? And there was a 3rd strand, and the 3rd strand were the barrels, which you can see in this fantastic torque necklace here. Beautiful. So that accentuates and mirrors that shape, doesn't it, of that rice bead. That is beautiful. I love this. So you curl them there. This is lovely, little twist wrap. And then this lovely torque. Is that a 1mm thick there, my darling?
Yeah.
And you've wrapped with?
I've wrapped with the 0.6. The frame is 1mm, but the wrapping is 0.6.
Isn't that beautiful? And then we've also got a lovely bracelet here with our barrels and those squares. That's so dynamic, isn't it? So lovely. And you've made your own clasp as you showed us earlier.
Yep.
Beautiful. Give us a reminder again. What's your website, Janet?
myjewellerydesigns.com.
myjewellerydesigns.com. But of course, we will get Janet's designs uploaded on our Facebook page. So I just want to say a big thank you. When will we see you again, darling?
I'm on Wednesday morning.
Wednesday morning?
Wednesday morning, yes.
And what can we expect on Wednesday morning with you?
Well, I've got 3 kits and lots and lots.
Lots and lots.
Lots and lots. Milky Way inspired again, I'll say.
Oh, she has been seriously stargazing.
I have, yeah.
Now, don't forget the web sale ends tonight at midnight. Don't forget that was the last of the diamonds in existence right now. And we have got more clearance coming up with Ed. Lots more offers for you, so if you love your bargains, you've opened up your baskets with myself and Jenny today. There's nothing to lose by adding to that, and of course rolling over that 1 postage and packaging price and taking advantage of the fact that you've got that security, the 30-day money-back guarantee. So I want to say a big thank you to you, my darling. It's been a pleasure.
It's been great.
We look forward to seeing you Wednesday morning.
Good.
Thank you for all your texts as well. Anything I've forgotten to add? Anything else we need to tell our lovely viewers?
Just stay tuned for the Miss It Miss Out
Come
show
here, darling.
5 PM, B.
Miss It Miss
I
Out.
need your mic, so
you
that's
do.
why no one can hear me.
Exactly, so I'll just lean in.
There we go.
Lean in.
Right, yeah, stay tuned.
Ready?
We're going to be back in about, what, 2 minutes? With
Yep.
the Miss It Miss Out
It's only
show.
'cause I've got a
non-stop clearance deals.
It's only because I've got to get the mic off and give it to our Ed. So yeah, big thank you. Enjoy the rest of the night with Ed. We'll see Janet Wednesday morning. And don't miss out on those 2-minute deals and those diamonds. I think I'm all right for time there, darling. Oh, a couple of minutes. Sorry, I thought we were ending a second ago. I don't know, ran out of things to say now, Janet.
We'll talk about something.
Go on then.
No.
We said, well, let's just go to Ed early. He's dying.
Yeah.
He's getting ready.
Bursting.
I've sold out. I'm all spent. So so let's just go to Ed. I'll see you in I don't know when I'm back. I'll see you in a few weeks' time. But enjoy the rest of the evening with Ed. Yeah.